Oh, it's a trap. Send in a turkey.
Hello, everybody.
So who's the turkey?
It's a surprise. No, I mean, I was thinking like legit, go to the grocery store, get a butterball, raise it with necromancy, and send it in first to trip the trap.
I mean, it'd be an excellent alternative to DoorDash.
See?
That's also going to be breachy as fuck if anyone sees that.
Yeah.
You just have to make sure they're not alive anymore when you're done. It's fine. For humanity, we got this.
All right.
Diego, what is your humanity level?
Hello, everyone.
I'm
4
thinking about
buddies.
Sai. You're 4?
Diego is currently 4.
That explains so much now. I'm eternally scared now.
Yay, 4 buddies.
Sai, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I'm way up there at 7, but I have a problem with vampires, so I've got all kinds of fucked up going.
I feel like calling it humanity for your character isn't actually accurate,
Right?
because that's not what you're close to.
Nope.
So, I was going to say, you didn't catch up with what happened in Diego's most recent live game, did you? No, not his most recent. The most recent 2 or 3 live games.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in Aurora hasn't seen him in ages.
Right.
We'll have to catch
Right.
up on that later.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, hi everyone. How you guys doing? Tanari's hair does look fabulous. Tari's like,
Oh, thank you, Sai.
who's talking about me? So everyone did the rouse checks. Yay! Nobody went crazy. Yay! Nobody lost any
Yes.
more humanity.
Hang on.
Yet.
Oh, wait. We're supposed to avoid these things?
Why can't you be alcohol? You're greatly upsetting me.
Why
Go
does no
through
one
this
send me these
every
memos?
week.
Because it's in the core book.
Shit, I didn't read that.
Why aren't you alcohol? So we're gonna start this morning. this lovely, brand new year thingy without having Malachi die. With at the beginning of the evening, all of you guys rouse check, and you've already done that. You're already up, starting your night, because somebody is just so excited to get closer to somebody getting a name in some regard. We're gonna start off with the soon-to-be buddies, as I hope, as Diego has been given an address. Penny's been given forewarning. And Diego goes to a penthouse that he's been told to go to. And as if he's stepping right off on time, the door opens. And you will see a woman dressed in a suit, ready to receive you.
Good evening.
You're being expected.
I am.
You can come in.
That is good.
Come on. And she'll lead you into a living room. And she'll say, just give me a moment. I will go get Mr. Daly. Do you need anything
Very
before, while you're waiting?
I am fine.
Okay. And she will quickly head over to Morgan's room and knock on the door.
Enter.
Mr. Morgan, your guest is here.
Very well. Let's go meet him. Morgan will get up, and of course he's in his standard Ventru attire.
Are we talking the $5,000 to $9,000 suit, or did we go to the $20,000 or the $50,000 suit?
So
Asking for clarification.
standard Venture attire when meeting a new, unknown, potentially threatening kindred is the $50,000 bulletproof warded suit.
Okay. Penny will make sure that, you're all ready to go, and she doesn't have to lead you into anywhere. She'll just step aside and let you go into your living room.
Good evening, Morgan Daly.
Good evening, Mr. Daly.
What might your name be?
My apologies. My name is Diego Contreras. I was told that I was expected.
My apologies. Must have slipped my mind. Wonderful to meet you, Diego.
That is yet to be seen.
I'm given to understand that you have some unusual talents that are similar to, similar but opposite to what one might expect from a Lasombra.
Similar, but very different.
I believe that might be useful for me. I ingested some vitae recently and have been experiencing things which are unusual that my research leads me to believe may be related to those talents.
I see. So I have been brought in as a guide or a mentor, as it were.
If that's something that you're amenable to, yes.
This is new to me. Normally, I am called in to clean up problems. I guess in this case, we're here to clean you up before you become a problem.
Or more of one.
And where should we begin?
Well, I believe that there are disciplines and rituals related to turning a kindred to ash, or perhaps not a kindred, a body. And a related ritual regarding reanimation of the dead.
I am familiar with this. If you do not mind, you are outside of the family, yes?
I would assume so.
Your lineage?
I don't have it memorized. One sec.
When Melody inevitably shows up, she did succeed the stupid roll. So I'm just gonna go start sparkling curtains somewhere randomly and stay out of the way.
I am sorry, I do not have that handy. Give me just a second.
You-
Yeah, it's. I know. It ends at Hardestat.
Hmm.
So.
I see. Then this is an exceptional favor that I've been called in for. The skills I have learnt that have been taught to me that you are requesting are a very closely guarded family secret.
Well, if you require assurances that I will not share them further, that's something I'm willing to commit to. I can also offer payment in kind. I do know a few things that are unusual that I'd be willing to pass on in return.
I have had a very bad experience with that lately. Perhaps different favors may be called for.
Do you have anything specific in mind, or simply boons to be redeemed later?
I am anticipating some difficult times ahead with members of your clan. Perhaps if I can be acting against my own family's interest, perhaps I can call on you for something similar.
I'm amenable to helping with causing unreasonable situations to become reasonable.
And I am amenable to helping you, how to say, not creating more problems.
I think that would benefit everyone.
Now, I'm assuming you have somewhere to work, somewhere that is sterile, somewhere that has the materials we need.
Morgan will look over at Penny. Believe that those arrangements were completed. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Then, in all honesty, that is where we should be.
Very well. Junie, was this something that would have been set up in the basement of the mansion, or okay? So right this way. And Morgan would lead Diego downstairs to a clean room that has been set up in the basement. Believe that there would be, I think you had said 2.
You'd have. Okay, yeah, well, you would have had a full clean room. You would also have a morgue-like area so you can hold bodies, and you have a plethora of medical equipment that is needed medical equipment that is ready if needed.
Okay.
Melody been told that there are not snackies downstairs. This seems like pertinent information.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Penny would have definitely said, past this area of the basement, no snackies, no goey.
Well, and Melody would probably understand, hey, this is a lab. Glitter will break it.
We don't want it to break.
I'm not allowed to snacky on the stuff down there. I ain't going down there.
Yeah. No snackies, no glitter. Nothing for you down there. Nothing.
See, now this is where I'm far more comfortable.
Penny will close the door behind her and leave you two alone. She knows this is a place she
Yes.
should not be here.
Do you have any aprons on hand? This does get a bit messy.
You will see a row of aprons on the wall. They're all black.
Morgan will pass one over and then put one on himself as well.
So, it would help me if I was to understand what your knowledge of this discipline is thus far.
A few vague academic references in an occult library.
I see.
They seemed closest to what I had been experiencing, the discipline, and of course the ritual seems to be associated with the discipline. So that's how I learned of the ritual.
This discipline is very different. It is in a way, a connection to the void, the other side. And it would behoove you to understand exactly how dangerous a place that can be.
I won't presume that I understand, but I understand enough to know that I need a mentor, hence the request to meet with you.
There is a lot to go into, but before we begin anything in particular, you need to understand that what we do is very similar to our cousins in La Sombra. Although what they wield with brute force and strength, we are a lot more delicate with. And for a very important reason. We understand the dangers that they merely accept.
That approach appeals to me much more than brute force. Brute force is a useful tool sometimes and necessary on occasion, but not. I don't believe it should be the default approach.
Agreed. There are ways you can punch through the veil to the void, if you will. Although it is a quick way to initiate a very big problem.
I've been brought along on a brief step through the veil that definitely not something I felt equipped to handle, and not something I'm eager to repeat without.
Now, tell me. Diego walks over to the bench and puts a small doctor's bag and starts bringing a few things out. How are you with anatomy?
I mean, I've got the standard education. I'm no doctor. I know a bit of first aid.
It is not necessarily required, but it is something that can help. And he proceeds over to the first body. And pulling out his own scalpel, he'll start to make some cuts. One thing to remember is what we are doing here is not necessarily something that requires anatomy, but it is good to know what is useful and what is unnecessary. He reaches in and obviously this is when he gets starting to get very descriptive with the bodies, but having...
That's fine. As you're going to start showing him stuff, we're going to fade out from that, if that's cool.
Yep.
And we'll pick up with you in just a bit. But don't worry, we're not stopping. You're going to be explaining a whole bunch of stuff to him right now. So, yay!
Autopsy lecture.
How to do and do not do an autopsy. The Giovanni way. Just cut it all up. So we're gonna phase into Malachi. Where's Malachi?
Malachi is in Gary. He would be... It's been a while since he's checked in on the coterie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's probably a good idea to see what's going on with them.
Okay.
And of course, you know, it wouldn't be very Archon of him if he were to announce himself coming.
Why would they announce himself? He's just a member of the coterie.
Mm-hmm. He's just showing up.
Mm-hmm. And where are you showing up at?
The mansion.
Okay. Yeah, this is
Or Penny.
This is gonna be fine. Just fine. And she'll open up the door going, "Oh, hi. How are you?" Thank you. Here. She'll just take it into another. Oh God, I needed that. So how are you?
What's going on?
Nothing.
Penny.
Yes.
What's going on?
I know nothing, because I know nothing. I mean, somebody may or may not be getting a lesson from somebody downstairs in the basement doing things with hacked bodies.
Melody.
No.
Or... well,
Melody
then I
is in the
suppose it
clear.
has to be... Then I suppose it has to be Morgan Daly.
It's always Mr. Morgan Daly.
Fair question, though.
Not wrong. Melody, however, is turning around on sparkling drapes right now with glitter. And I have not seen Enola yet. But I am assuming Enola shall be forthwith at some point after doing whatever they are doing somewhere in the city, doing crazy Enola stuff.
It's only crazy because we don't think along Enola's brainwaves.
I don't think a lot of people would think on Enoli's waves because Enoli is rather a particularly unique Nosferatu.
Yes, are we just going to keep having this conversation in front of the door, or...
No, come on. I'm just... Normally when you're here, Enoli just pops up out of nowhere, and I just have to be ready. Because they happen to have this keen sense
I
of
also
know when to
usually
pop
see
in.
I also usually see Enola coming, though, and I didn't see her this time. Well, didn't see them. Or is it him? You know, I genuinely don't know.
You know what? I just stay with the they/them thing because I don't want to be I don't want to be rude, but at the same time, one never knows. We have an old saying in my family: is "shim." You didn't know, so you just left with it, and it became its own pronoun.
All right. Well,
Then again, I'm old school, as many people are. So yeah, come on in. I have a feeling Nola's gonna fall through somewhere at some point. And Nola, you can come in at any time you want. Because God knows you're going to come in at some point.
With that introduction, can I come through the roof like a squirrel?
And now that you have officially
Are you
killed
okay?
Malachi, please don't die. Okay. Would you like to come into the house like a squirrel.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna roll my Dex Athletics to get on the roof and try and find an opening.
Oh yeah, there's several.
Ventilation.
There are several fireplaces in this mansion. Yeah. Oh my God. 2 squirrels and a Giovanni. That's a fucking story.
Are you coming down a chimney?
We'll see. I'm gonna roll my Dex Athletics, and I'm just gonna. How well I do is gonna depend how reasonable an an entrance I made.
There was a discussion that happened with the squirrel.
3 successes.
Yeah, you find your way. You haven't been a squirrel in ages, so you're like, oh,
Well, no, I can't turn into a squirrel. It's like a squirrel. That's why it's a simile.
oh Jesus Christ.
I'm an Anole.
Wait, are you the Nole lizard, or are you just being regular?
Anole the
Nole?
Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus fucking Christ! Yeah, sure. You'd be like, I haven't done this in years. Let's try this. Whee! And all of a sudden, Melody, Malachi, and Penny will hear this thumping on the roof.
The squirrel, when she appears, is going to look at them and go, "There's a polar bear door back there."
So they're gonna try like find their way through the HVAC or something.
Yeah.
No, actually you can't do it in these houses, as you have informed me. But no, they're just gonna find their way through other ways, and like they're gonna knock on the wall. Actually, what would the check to be if they get stuck in there?
I have to get you out. You may not appreciate that.
Melody, check your PMs.
Let's just say there will be a lot of Crisco, Vaseline, and a whole lot of oil.
Well,
trying to
okay.
get down.
What is the check to avoid getting stuck in there? I rolled 3 successes. So.
Yeah, you hit the DC for not falling and getting stuck.
All right. So there's a voice from upstairs. And also, I guess I'll send the lizard. There's a lizard that basically comes to the vent first. It just goes, whew, just sort of glides past you guys and goes plop, undignified against the sofa. Because they don't land very gracefully at all.
Is that the Resplendent Lord? What the fuck was that accent?
I don't know, but if you're actually going into an English accent, you better well tell me.
What the?
I'm gonna make sure the Resplendent Lord is okay before I go try to get a Nole.
He scrambles up, composing himself, and flares his neck frill at people.
Yes, we know you're the resplendent lord of the death waters and of the tall high grass.
It flares twice.
I thought I got that name right.
Is a Nole stuck?
Now I'm good.
You almost had it. You actually had it backwards. It's Resplendent Lord of the tall, spiky tree and master of the death waters.
I knew it was something. Came close to it though. I will take points for that.
The Resplendent Lord gives a little head bob. No, I'm good. Hey, I haven't done this in years. So, what appears at the top of the stairs is, you don't see Anole's face so much. You see, like, kind of like a almost leopard spot faux fur suit. Like, head to toe, just covered. But there's, like, where the face is, they kind of, like the collars they put on dogs? When they don't want them to, like, lick themselves after surgery.
This picture.
You're talking about the cone
I
of
don't like
shame.
this picture.
Yeah, but that only, instead of like a face, like it's obscured. So they painted the faux fur in the shape of a red eye on top. And there's matching sort of high heel platform fur boots that have been painted like they did like a flip flop.
Penny's just standing there going, I can't.
And that is how you know obfuscate is mystical bullshit. Because there's no way that should be ignorable.
I'm gonna go get a bottle of wine and drink for a moment. Hi. Oh,
You
Christ.
really should maybe you should like worry about your drinking issue. Every time I hear it, you're just sort of like tipping it back. Like that can't be good for humans. And I know it's okay. I know it's not good for humans still, and you've still got a functioning liver in theory.
My
I
liver.
know you're rich, but there's only so many times you can, pay to replace that.
I mean, she's a ghoul. Like the vitae that she's given actually helps with that.
Helps. And that's a lot, even for that though.
I mean, helps in the same way that us being undead keeps us from getting alcohol poisoning.
She's still not totally though. So
I'm gonna hold up a very large jar of red
She
glitter.
literally can't get alcohol poisoning in the same manner that regular kind can.
by the way, to speak at this point, like, hold on, this is kind of muffled. They push the hood up, and it kind of, Dark Helmet from Spaceballs. It kind of just retracts up like that.
Okay, I love it. I love it. 10 points for a Spaceball reference.
I'm gonna hold up a giant jar of glitter and point at the boots.
Yep, we are now playing the Take a Breath edition of Whose Line Is It Anyway? The show where the lines are made up and the points don't matter. That's right, the points don't matter, just like in NSYNC traded members with the Backstreet Boys.
Hang on,
Can
hang
I
on.
fix the
Just what matters.
shoes?
The XP points absolutely matter.
The alcohol points that don't matter.
Just like that. I just.
How have you been? Happy New Year.
Yeah, happy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Happy New Year. Right.
And-
Yes.
Penny, it could be worse.
I don't want it to. I don't even want to go into that mindset if it could be worse.
It's been worse.
I mean, we haven't seen them in a Speedo.
It's not the weather for that.
Wait, that's an option?
I mean,
It's
no, I don't usually
Anole,
wear them, but it's
please,
definitely not the weather for
I
that.
know. Understand that I am deadly serious when I say no. It is not an option.
Squirrel's just got a paw in front of Penny's mouth. Like, just stop.
And it's usually kind of like, I just feel kind of exposed like that. Though they've been trying to talk me into it, something about body positivity and all like that. But like, I don't know.
Is your
Anyways.
tailor a kindred?
I think so.
Can I get their name?
Apparently they're pretty exclusive list. They right now
Right.
just
I'm gonna head downstairs, see what the fuck's going on. And
But
he
they just have
starts
this
walking up,
card,
and he
and they
just
hand
leaves
him-
the conversation. He just-
they just hand them he just has this card, and they will hand a Melody a card that they got, and it just says in Comic Sans on a business card, the stylist.
I'm gonna tuck that card in my purse. This will come up on the goals this week.
Okay.
I may have just found the most obvious this needs to be a snacky on the planet.
I mean,
Also, is it weird that out of all of this, the most egregious thing is that the card is typed out in Comic Sans?
I find that kind of hilarious.
Anole's outfits are the Comic Sans of the fashion world.
You're not wrong.
Not wrong. Not at all.
And
No.
props for how you're role playing that particular flaw. That is amazing.
Oh my
Thank
god.
you.
So, Malachi, the man with a million names that I can't remember at times, Malachi goes to head downstairs. Is anyone following Malachi?
No, there's not been any screaming yet.
Yeah, sure, why not? I gotta, check in with people. Oh, here you go, Melody. This was they give them some like. It looks like it should be like a bottle of gold glitter, but it's definitely like shades of brown in it. It's weird.
Thank you. It just shakes it, and we'll stay upstairs to have a chat with
Yeah.
the resplendent lord.
And as you go
It-
downstairs, you guys are going to see where the basement is, and then where all of a sudden it looks like it's stopped, and it looks like it's a clean room. The door is, it's a steel door. There is no window. You don't know if anyone's in there because you can't really hear them talking. Almost like it's, yeah, and you're muted, sir.
We are going to open that door.
And I'm not sure how much of the conversation they caught earlier, but they're gonna knock.
Okay, so as...
There's no need to knock. We're just opening it.
No,
So-
they'll reach and knock.
As
And
the
they'll be
door is
like-
opening.
Yeah.
So, within that, Diego and Morgan.
What they would
Yeah.
walk in to see is at this point in the education, Diego would be elbow deep into
a tree trunk.
into that.
Think camping terms.
And
Body
Um,
warning.
yes, so he pulls out certain objects and just starts placing them aside. And whilst these things are most important for the living, they serve no purpose for us. And if you are
Just 1 second. Evening, make sure that you scrub up and put on an apron. This is a sterile environment. We've got to keep it clean.
And he looks
I-
as you guys see Roderick and Anole right at the door.
I
You
was
see
not-
that giant fursuit. The head's retracted, so it's slightly less offensive. But
I
Anole,
thought this was going to be a private instruction.
so did I.
You see Penny
Please
running.
bear with me for a moment.
You see Penny trying to run behind while she's trying to keep the squirrel upstairs.
hey, Daly, hey, dude in a dead body.
I'm learning a bit of anatomy.
Diego Contreras.
Anoli's gonna roll for that.
Oh, you two know each other.
I do not believe that we know each other.
Let me check earlier. DM.
Only 3 successes with Streetwise to recognize Diego Contreras by fame, infamy.
There is because I believe Daly said your name.
I would have said Malachi. I would not have given the other name.
Exactly, and hence Diego gives a confused look, and I do not think we know each other. I certainly do not know Malachi.
What brings you around here?
I have been asked to give Mr. Daly here some instructions in my arts. Let's just say my understanding is that it is something that he would have developed with guidance or without. And these things are generally best done with guidance.
Malachi walks back out.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt your private body party. Have fun manually excavating, and they'll close the door behind them.
Talk to you later. So, would removing some of the unnecessary parts allow for increased physical performance due to lower overall weight?
Surprisingly, what you find is the performance is less dependent on the physical remains and more dependent on the anchor points to the void and how strong they are. So all of this is entirely unnecessary, although I may be keeping this because it suits my purposes for feeding.
Fair enough. I was actually thinking of another kindred who I might be able to develop a similar arrangement with.
It is convenient in this line of work.
I'd imagine
Now,
so.
as I was stating, the anchor points for the void, the stronger the connection, the more that you can do. And my understanding is that you're only after the most basic of instructions. So connecting a body to the void is fairly easy when you're only after something simple.
Yeah, I might look at something more advanced down the road, but for the time being, I just want to have a basic working understanding of what's going on and what I'm doing, how to do it without causing a major incident, and so on.
Just so you understand that creating a stronger connection to the void involves weakening the veil. We can connect to the void as it is, but to get the strength to improve on what we're doing here today requires a fresh wound, as it were. And the way we wound the veil is by...
I'd imagine forcing things to go through it.
Yes. Yes, indeed. So if you find yourself in that need, it's always good to make sure that, well, you have the appropriate...
Understood.
Now, connecting this flesh vessel to the void, however, he goes back to the bench and retrieves a couple jars. The spirits of the dead are generally attracted to the materials of life, and hence we need these items, unguents, materials to form the anchor points. And he thumbs out some greasy material from this jar and starts anointing the body, as it were. And he just sort of hands it off. Perhaps you should try and see what you can demonstrate from what you're watching on this other one.
And Morgan will take the ointment and start following along exactly. Is there anything that I need to roll for this?
At this stage, well, that's up to...
Fair enough.
I would. What's the standard roll for? What are you trying to do?
At this stage, it appears that he's just trying to see how well he's copying my anointing and preparing of the bodies. This isn't the part where we make the ceremony roll, but I guess he's just want to see how well he's learning.
I would say then, you know what? Do what's in the crafting?
Okay. Going to rouse wits, get hungrier. Flat 5.
Okay. Yeah, you're you're mimicking him rather well. And Dio can see that he's actually doing rather well with learning how to handle this kind of work that you're doing.
Very well. Well done. To be honest, the important part is that the materials of life are positioned in a way to anchor the void to the body, or the spirit to the flesh, because clearly, obviously, these bodies have nothing of life left in them. I have seen this done.
That's why we're going around points on effectively all sides of the body. We're effectively making a cage out of the body with this ointment.
Less of a cage and more attaching the strings to a puppet.
Ah, okay.
The next part is where it gets difficult and where the most danger occurs. Because at this point, we aren't going to engage with the spirits, but we need to fill these vessels with the essence of the void. And again, this is not something that comes naturally to this world. The void and the living world are antithetical to each other. And as such, it needs a conduit to enact what we are trying to do. We will become that conduit. We will channel the void into ourselves. It will flow through us and into these vessels. We need to make sure that we do not delve too deeply. We are, as I said, this is merely our light anchoring. We are merely skimming the surface, as it were.
Right. Okay.
I'm going to pause you guys right here just a minute and ask what did Enola and Malachite do as they left these two to their clean room.
So, how's it going? That was interesting.
Yeah, something like that. Well, what? Pulls out his phone. Well, couple of new assets just paid off a little bit.
Storyteller
So-
would Anole have gotten any results from their searches? I can give you the results again if you need them.
Nope, give me a second. Which one are we looking at?
I guess Jackson would be the most relevant one right now.
Spying on Jackson, that is with you and Tommy, correct?
Yes. I guess so.
I've got 110. I have 110 correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have heard him talking and doing several meetings with his council, especially with Ellen, his seneschal, and you would have heard that there are going to be changes coming in soon.
Do I get a sense of how soon?
No, not yet. But the credit is that you do know that they're trying to rewrite and implement some new laws in to better understand how the La Sombra can affect the community and be an asset to the community. And they're trying to, shall we say, learn of Tommy and Ozzy's new rule and how they can gently access that or annex it into Chicago.
So, word on Jackson's that they're doing some light probing. You know, kind of. You know that ever-present thing that companies do, like, hey, these are the people on the block for acquisition.
Okay, and I believe Malachi was saying something.
Sorry.
No, that's good to know. But yeah, just learned two things. Ferox has a meeting tomorrow night.
Oh, oh boy. How? That's something. Shit.
Yeah, but that's tomorrow night's problem. Tonight's problem is that I got a lead on Olga.
Oh, okay. That's a little more comfortable, because look, we got it.
Yeah, we fucked up when we went after Ferox.
What happened last time, in your view?
Ferox appeared, shooting started, so I started shooting back. I grabbed some hostages to make the fighting stop. And although it didn't work in the exact manner that I intended, the fighting did stop.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I took hostages. I didn't pull the trigger on any of them. I was about to ask, do we know who did? Metaphorically speaking, because there wasn't any gunfire when it happened. I just saw two of my hostages drop.
Are you back upstairs?
Yeah, well, yeah. Malachi left the clean room, so yeah.
Yeah. Whoa.
Nope.
So Melody's just gonna chime in with, "You didn't see the arms?"
I was behind the hostages, so no, I didn't. Fucking hell. Well, he's the one out of the people that were down there who can do that, so that makes sense.
That wasn't an effective approach, and
But Prince Snackies does.
I don't want hostages. I don't want hostages in the future in any of this. And right now, unless we actually have a plan, it's just
the only reason
collateral.
the only reason I took hostages is because we got into a position where we were fighting a losing battle.
We could have just fled.
Not the way he was trying to suck everybody into the cement. No, we couldn't.
Correction. You could have just fled. The rest of you could.
I shot Morgan over you. You think I was just gonna run?
Wait, you were there for that.
was digging.
Anyway, look, I made this recommendation to Waneka. I'm making it again. I don't think there's a good point in going after him, at least not personally, until we know what's up. There's us
You see,
just let me finish. On the outside, and to the mortals he's exposing himself to, right here, he looks like a savior. He looks like their salvation. The thing is, what they don't know and what no one seems to know is what happened to his other camps. Because it's not the first time he's done this. But there's no sign of what happened to the rest of them. And if he's that good at covering his tracks, it doesn't do any good to approach him directly. Send in some rats, keep some feelers in, maybe, but it's clear he can see through a lot of my kind of bullshit.
have you told our boss he's here?
Who do you think sent me here for?
Wait, you answer to a boss?
Look, it's like, look.
He looks at Melody. You know who I really am.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have this talk here. Contractor to contractor. I did. I knocked 3 times on the ceiling. You didn't answer. Yeah, that's because I already went inside.
I'm gonna offer Ricky the snacky jar.
Oh, by the way, here. They pull up like some tool maintenance grease and like, here you go. I found that.
Chat says Junie's muted. Did we fix that already?
I was coughing, so I muted myself.
Oh, okay.
I forgot to unmute.
But that said, concentrating on Olga's probably a good idea. Though
Yeah, at least that problem we can agree on.
Okay, are we gonna go get Dead and Deader?
though we do have at least one of the keys away from her, so she can't complete what we think is her ultimate goal.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
I don't really know about the rest one.
I think she grabbed another one like a few nights ago.
I really don't know what she. Sorry, go ahead.
At least Olga did.
Oh boy.
Wait, where's the other one? I know that we had gotten Daly got one.
Wait.
You got one. So
He did?
Yeah.
One of my contacts has some warehouses full of, let's say, questionable product.
Tommy had some.
Is that the fire that happened like a couple of nights ago?
Which one?
It's a warehouse on the south side, close to my garage. Weird enough.
Perhaps it was just coincidence.
I don't know. I had the cops come rolling by asking me if I was good and if I had seen anything, and I'm just like, I was underneath a Honda Civic, doing a whole bunch of reworking. I didn't see shit.
Well, if that's our next lead, we should go.
Yep.
But
Do we get Dead and Deader downstairs?
Yep.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let you. One of you guys do it because I ain't gonna.
Tommy had another one, right?
Hmm?
Squirrel goes downstairs.
Hey, all I know is that Dead and Deader, okay, so Deader looks like some like straight out of the mafia crime pit lore of GQ. I want to be a mobster magazine, and then you got Daly.
Okay.
It's amazing how you can be so close to accurate and yet so far off.
Hey, I call it as I see it. Remember what my family was?
Let's not get back on that really sore subject. So, we'll table that for later.
Yeah.
I mean, I looked at him going, oh shit, my uncle's actually alive and he sent a hit squad after me.
That's why I imagined it was kind of a sore subject, and also multiple reasons.
It's fine. Guy's deader than Dust. Actually, I think Dust is now deader than him. Anyhow.
I'm gonna run downstairs, holler and squeak, squeaky, squeaky.
While,
Leaving.
sorry, just if it's okay, quick aside while they're walking away. So what do you know about this Diego Contreras guy?
Seen him around in New Orleans.
That's pretty much all I know. Cam Ikata, they're making a name for himself down there.
Yeah.
Seems real sharp dresser for this weather.
I mean,
Jump up on his shoulder.
that's just how he does, really.
Wonder if stylist styles for him.
Probably not. I'm fairly certain if Stylist tried to, Diego would have destroyed him by now.
He says I'm actually not sure. They kind of like change presentation constantly. I figured it was a style thing.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, they say, I style for the unique soul of my subjects.
That certainly explains a lot.
Anyways,
It just took willpower damage.
Squirrel's gonna hop up on Morgan's shoulder, like
The
squeak,
door-
squeak, pointing at the door.
You've got a steel door you have to open, Melody.
I can get up there and turn a doorknob.
Okay. It's more of like a pull thing. Think of like a morgue door, like a refrigerated door.
All right, fine. So there's a polar bear coming downstairs.
So, Diego and Morgan, as Diego was going on about something, I'm sure you've at least completed teaching him one ceremony. All of a sudden, you see this door open again, and you see a polar bear.
Scrub up and wear an apron. This is a sterile environment.
I'm just gonna sit on the
As-
bottom step and point and growl.
We'll be out in
As-
a moment.
As I was saying, the most important thing in this crucial step is focus and resolve. So it would be best to proceed without distraction.
And that's when the polar bear growls and points upstairs.
Give us some
Hold on.
moments.
If it's even
Yeah.
remotely possible, the polar bear's gonna flip him off on the way out the door.
Were you in need of a new throw rug?
It has her uses. Besides, it would turn to ash.
Hmm. I know a Malkavian like that.
I think we all know that, Malkavian.
Now, much like the ointments, this part, as I said, it's not about the precision. It's not about the exact doing everything exactly like it says. It's about focus and resolve. So it is whatever works for you.
Okay.
Whatever gets you the most focused, whatever gets you the most resolved.
About that point, there will be a 1,000-yard stare, where Morgan, your voice kind of fades away, and oh wow. Okay. So I rolled 4 dice and got 4 successes for that ceremony.
And which ceremony is this?
It is. One moment. It is Gift of False Life. It is on Cult of the Blood Gods 208. It's a resolve and oblivion roll.
Okay, give me 1 second. In my preemptive pulling out of all my books, I pulled out Children of the Blood instead of Cult of the Blood Gods because I'm being efficient and effective.
Well done.
It's 208.
Welcome back, Tony.
Yes. Yeah. I feel that Tony fit right there. Yeah. 208? Oh yeah, I'm 108. Sorry. I'm being really a good storyteller right now.
I can tell you the most that Morgan can do with his 1 dot of oblivion is 1 zombie. That's all.
Oh, Christ.
It gets better. I'll explain after session. It gets better.
Oh, God. All right, so you made a ceremonial roll. You raise a number of courses equal to your oblivion rating. Yeah, so you raise his body. G fucking G.
You You went early. You did not wait.
My apologies.
Hmm.
You were saying to focus, so I tried to focus, and, well...
First of all, if you can, try and sense what I am demonstrating.
You're muted. Oh,
Sorry.
no. Yeah.
So you can feel, you felt the energy coursing through you, and you can feel that sort of dark, oily energy gathering around Diego, although it is much greater. And you get the sense that what you were able to channel to raise 1 body from the dead, Diego could do much, much more. Were the bodies around, he could have raised 8.
Okay. Impressive.
Once that is... Now, as I said, everything we do does damage. Everything we do carries risk. So it is important to be measured in how we do this. Diego will rouse sense the veil just to do a bit of a damage assessment of this area. And unfortunately for Diego, instead of lightly touching the veil and sensing where, no, what we've done here created a bit more turbulence than expected. I'm not just sensing what is there, I'm feeling it. It's filling me. And the oblivion is not only driving my hunger, it's clinging to Diego and staining his soul.
Oh no. So you're taking 1 stain or 2?
1.
Okay. That's the thing. And while it's going on, how are you reacting to this newly animated body?
Morgan is actually, per the instructions from his teacher, more focused on what the teacher's doing.
All right. Now, what you need to understand with things when they have such a tenuous connection to the void as this, they are very limited in what they can do and what they will understand. They will carry out just a simple instruction, and that is all. Once that is done, the body is finished. If you don't give them an instruction, they will simply just meander about. They will not focus on anyone or anything. They are just decoration.
So this is one instruction only, or one very simple instruction at a time? Can they...
One instruction only. Then the energy will dissipate. The body will remain and can be used again, but each time you want it to do something, you need to channel these energies once more. Hence why you want to be careful, because if you overindulge, it carries risks.
Understood. This is... I think of it as a useful tool, but not a first resort.
And if you want my advice, these things tend to work best in greater numbers. They make excellent meat shields. So if you do find yourself requiring them, take plenty of time to prepare in advance and bring a lot of bodies.
Understood. There is... I've got a tactic in mind. And Morgan will kind of give a crooked smile. And storyteller, if it's all right, let's see if we can have Diego do a wits and awareness roll. See if there's anything unusual that he notices about Morgan's smile. Oh, perfect. Morgan has an extra set of fangs, one behind the other. One retractable so that you barely notice it, but it's there.
Diego just gets a little bit of a confused look, but declines to comment. In the meantime, I believe that bear wanted our attention.
Indeed. Morgan will turn to the zombie and tell it to lay back down where it was. And, take off the apron, clean up, take the gloves off, and head back up. He'd actually wait at the door and hold it for Diego.
Gracias.
You're welcome.
You hear her call down the stairs, "Get your fucking asses in gear now." As upstairs, Anoli and Melody see that Malachi has gotten a few more messages.
All right, suit up. Down goes the eye retract thing.
Ricky
Malachi's heading to his bike. Like, at this point, he's not waiting any longer.
The polar bear's just gonna kind of whine at Anole and go back to Morgan.
What's going on?
Malachi's been going flipping shit. This is Ricky. Malachi's been thrown up a fucking hellhole. He's been getting texts from some people, and I've never seen this dude literally like going back and forth and shit.
I have a lead
gotta go.
on Olga.
That too.
All
yeah.
right.
We'll walk and walk. We'll ride and talk.
Do you guys want? I got my muscle car. It's all suited up. I could take like 4 of you, five of you.
That's
this
great.
the
He's going on his
bullet-
motorcycle.
The bike is already revving.
Alright.
Let's go. I'll fill him in. You shout.
Oh Jesus.
I mean, it seems that you have other matters to attend to.
Come
but
on, my dude. Let's
down-
go. You're here with us. Let's go.
It's I'm told it's a Cam-ish issue.
Yeah.
She's kind of
She's supposed to be my aunt.
Sabat.
Olga is
Okay.
wanted for a number of reasons. If you would be willing to accompany us, I'd appreciate it, and
Somber
would be
shit.
willing to make it worth your while. However, if you've other things to do, I understand.
Oh, I have some issues I need to resolve with Sabat. Although this will not be covered in the previously agreed payment.
What's
Of
your payment,
course.
yo? Well, I got a lot of shit if you want it.
Anola gets a text with an approximate payment, and then the motorcycle drives off. With an approximate location for where they're heading,
wait.
and the motorcycle's gone. He's gone.
Let's walk and talk. Let's walk and talk.
Polar
Yeah.
bear's
Well, but
shoving
was good.
Ricky. Polar bear's just shoving Ricky like, car, move.
I'm going. Jesus fuck. God damn it.
Can we all fit in there? They look at the 5 of them.
My dude. Seriously. I installed all that shit and extended the back. Of course I could fill a polar bear in there.
Okay.
Polar bear
there we
climbs
go.
to the back. Way back.
Who's running shotgun? I don't give a shit. He gets
I
in
will.
and
I
starts-
got the address.
All right. Come on. Dead and deader. Let's
Well-
go.
Diego sort of gets in and sort of as he's securing himself, he's like, "Is this your normal style of doing things? I'm used to a lot more, say, preparation. Do you normally go off, what is it, half cocked like this?"
Oh, we ain't
I
even
don't-
cocked, my dude.
Yeah. Well, so, long story short.
Way too late.
Okay. News is we've had a continual relation. There's a lot of like pots in the fire. There's a lot of fires. We got multiple antediluvians walking around here.
Drop and roll, Illinois. Come on, get to the
They're in
skinny.
they're saying this is they're getting into the car. By the way.
No. He's telling you stop the climation to get to right to the skinny of this problem.
Oh right. So right now we are hunting a group of Sabat who are gathering keys to presumably wake up another antediluvian, presumably to kill it. But honestly, given the other ones out and about and just messing with
What do you
I
know
believe-
about Sybil, who happens to be a what the fuck? Oh yeah. It's what it was supposed to be, a Lysambra. That's it. And he just revs the engine and goes right after Kyle.
Anyways, this is supposedly Marcus Vitel's somewhere
Sire.
up his line. Sire? Well, yeah, somewhere up his line.
No, it's a sire.
That's a direct sire. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So anyways, they want to wake her up so they can go. Do you know what a kaiju? They're just gonna fight. They're gonna fight, and it's bad.
They're
That
gonna try and
happens.
big muncher.
Yeah, also try and big munch.
By
I
the
still
way,
say that an appropriately sized nuclear strike is the correct response.
We're long past nuclear strike.
yeah.
It's also on a bunch of ley lines, so
Yeah, it's gonna just crumble all of Chicago.
Okay,
Hi.
so
well, if we're lucky.
you understand the scale of this threat being that a nuclear strike is an appropriate response, and we're just going to pile into the mystery machine and drive off.
Dude, you're already piled in and we're already off.
Mostly because we've been continually looking after this stuff, and sometimes when you gotta lead, you gotta go before they let in too much. Like, yeah, sure, we could sit and plan, but then they'll already be done and gone.
Diego, do you know what Cape Canaveral is?
And Diego's currently looking out the window, wondering if tucking and rolling is going to be that bad at this point.
You're going 60 to 70
If
miles
you'd
an
like
hour.
us to stop, I will ensure that we leave you off in a safe location.
I don't know if it's safe, but we can leave him at a location.
As safe as anything is when dealing with threats of this scale.
Well,
I'm of the opinion that the safest thing to do is attack quickly and deal with them before they get out of hand.
Look, Dad, I didn't turn around and sign up for this shit, but it's happening. We're going.
Yes, well, I mean, there's also the fact that if we don't go, there's a good chance that we'll be murdered, even if we're not murdered by the,
Well,
Let's not even
Yeah.
bring up the Jackson thing.
Oh, yeah, we'll deal
You-
with that later.
you said this was a matter for the tower, and well,
Oh, wait, you don't know that
my-
you were doing with the Van True Primogen of Gary and Hammond? And he just thumbs over to Daly. Oh,
I
he's also
mean,
the
it's
sheriff,
Gary and
too.
Hammond.
Yeah, well, whatever.
I feel like being a deputy of Chicago's actually of more import than any of the roles in Gary and Hammond.
Look, I don't really get all of this. I just know this is bad, and a little bit. Look, if you're a tower climber kind of person, it might be of your interest to be, hey, I had a hand in dealing with this.
it is certainly my interest. And while we're on the subject, what is Mr. Malachi's connection to the tower?
He's
He
a
helps out.
contractor.
Keep
He's
me
very
from
good
getting
at
killed?
shooting things for a reasonable fee.
He is a very good bounty hunter.
He's a
Melody's gonna
mercenary.
turn human and go, he's mostly here to keep me from eating people.
That's true. Oh, yeah. That's right. Malachi's supposed to teach her the ways of all the towery things that happen. And such.
Yeah.
I'm the wingnut. I can't help it. It's a thing. And he's going to go faster. You're going now about 85 miles an hour. And we're almost catching up to Malachi. And you can see how he knows how to drive.
I
Because-
mean, I know you'll survive if you stop, drop, and roll even at this, but like,
Dude, he's
it's
gonna
up to
get-
you, dude. Like, you either, strap in
No,
or fail.
I will not have it said that I let a matter of the tower simply go by like that. I have a reputation of dealing with things, and I would hate for that to be spoiled.
What'd you deal with?
The last
Oh.
thing I dealt with was a corrupt primogen.
Though I have to say, because Anoli's being evasive, I probably should roll manipulation. As bad as-
Okay. By the way, Mr. Dude, if you see somebody flying, ignore them because they're probably made of stone and they might try and eat your face off. Or pull you through the ground and try and kill you in one way or another.
Ferox is in town. Be careful.
Hey, they got 2 successes.
So vaguely true.
I, for want of a, because, rolling dice is fun. When he mentioned the name Ferox, Diego rolled a 6 messy crit.
Oh, Jesus fuck. Why? Do you want to roll out of that crit or do you want the crit? Or do you want to roll out of the messy or say keep the messy?
Let's keep it.
Yes.
Oh Jesus! All right. For the daily double, because we're just gonna call it that in my lifetime right now. Because with all y'all messing on me all the fucking time, give me a minute. I gotta find the whole thing of oh sweet Jesus, what am I doing? Ah, there we are. All right, for Missy's. And
Really,
being-
I thought you would have. I thought you would have had the "Oh Sweet Jesus" reference on hand, considering how often you use it.
Listen here. Okay, I can offer you either. You can gain another stain because I know you'll love to gain the stains. You can go into your clan compulsion, or you can go into a dominance compulsion. I will give you the option.
I think a clan compulsion would be quite interesting right now, because now I have to predict in what manner one of you will die.
Okay. Clan compulsion it is. There you go.
Because Reiki hits the brakes too fast. That's how I'm gonna die.
Suddenly, car crashes not as much of a problem for us anymore.
No,
I should
we're
know.
good.
Depends on how much fire there is.
And he's just gonna honk the horn over at Malachi because he's just about trying to pass him.
Malachi will just go faster.
Oh, he'll go faster now. So, dark suited dude. What else? What else do you want to do in Chicago? Because I'm sure we could do a whole bunch of shit here.
It sounds to me that you guys are a little bit busy for tourists and sightseeing.
I know we can always make time. Plus, you're a guest in the city. That'd just be bad fucking hospitality on our end, wouldn't you think?
Ricky, stop helping.
I always like to help. Hold on. Okay, grab a person like you're best friends with them. I gotta do a quick turn. Okay, hug your seat buddy.
And Ollie just grabs the Jesus
Mm.
handle.
Just gonna go polar bear and dig my claws into the floor. He's like, I'm staying. put."
Feral weapons, claws.
No, there's no masquerade breaches here. Not at all. So when Malachi,
It's fine. The windows are tinted.
when Malachi takes his turn, you just see Ricky gun in turn, and they drift just a bit because it's winter and there's snow on the ground, and there might be a little bit of ice. He's like, "I got this. Don't worry."
Ricky not mess with
Malachi-
chains?
Malachi started to turn
No chains
early
are
to
allowed.
avoid sliding on the ice. So he pulled out a little bit and started turning early
Mm-hmm.
so that he could maintain traction all the way through.
Yeah, Ricky's just going full balls to the wall,
Mm-hmm.
and he does a little bit of a drift. And you're about a couple minutes out, and you guys can see not one, but you can see 2 warehouses are on fire now. Ah, fuck my life in a handbasket.
Okay, party started already.
Ah, shit, that's fine. Nothing like a little fire won't hurt us. This is good.
You guys can see him pull a phone out and like punching something into the screen, but he's not really looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
And Ollie's clutching the Jesus handle, clutching the phone, looking, waiting for what he's doing.
Well,
Morgan
yeah, go.
pulls out his phone, hits his magic button, an arm pops out of the phone, and he starts chugging blood as he is rousing disciplines.
So, Diego, you see him go, push a phone, and literally it looks like a synthetic arm pops out of his phone. And he's feeding off the arm.
Trade-ish secret. Long story short, you'll try and sell it on you later.
In which case, Diego simply pulls out a Ziploc bag which contains some of the materials we were working with earlier and munches down on that.
The inner tree.
You've stated that we clearly definitely see fires,
Uh-huh.
and that's the direction we're heading.
Yeah, this is fine.
This is not fine. He whispers a little something he whispers a little something onto the ornate ring on his finger, and then he just simply reaches up and rips out 2 of his teeth.
All of a sudden, Ricky's like, "Oh Jesus, fuck! Did that hurt? What the hell?"
Just keep driving. Just keep driving, Rick.
I can go like that.
I'm used to it. And then he pulls out a little bug from his jacket and then just eats it.
Okay. Ricky's gonna lean over to Nelly going, "Mr. Deader is very strange." Okay, hang on, everyone! You do not get a response back from your text, Malachi. There is no response. You see it delivered, but not read. As he continues to type furiously on his laptop. Yes, Melody?
Find the player what's going on. I was dealing with an emergency.
No worries. Long and the short. You are in a car. You've drifted twice now. Okay, who just dropped a whole lot of shit?
That was my kids.
Okay. Well, the Starborns are active now. So, we got Guru and the Starborns in play, kids. I haven't even decided to, you know what, we're naming Bem's kids the Fae because it fits. Don't tell John this. Or maybe tell John, we'll just have crazy things going on. So you have drifted twice, and you can actually see the active firing plumes at the warehouse, and we are driving towards that.
Well, that's a polar bear who's a little concerned and also concerned by what else is going on in the car.
Well, yeah, because Diego decided to rip his teeth out, and then he ate a bug. Oh, and he whispered to his ring.
Yeah. Roderick, slowing down the bike upon arriving at the warehouses, he'll stop at the first one. He'll look around to see if there's anybody around.
Well, there's a whole bunch of employees, like, off to the side, because they're not sure what the hell to do. And on the other one, where you've been in before, there's a couple of people beside, but they're all looking and yelling out for Jesse.
That's the one he's going to, because that is the person that has been talking to him over text.
And both of them look rather engulfed in flames right now.
Yeah.
Stupid dice say I'm following Malachi.
Okay, and Ricky kind of drifts and parks and puts in gear, takes the keys out, runs out, grabs whatever he can for a fire extinguisher, heads right to the one that Malachi is going, and is going to go head in to into the warehouse.
Yeah, so Malachi just stops long enough to the people that are screaming for Jesse. She's in there.
We don't know. Can't find her. Okay. And at the same...
Rolling exactly 4 successes, Malachi's approaching the burning warehouse.
And you see Ricky behind you with the fire extinguisher. You know what he's going to do. With that being said, everyone else that is either getting out of the car, assessing the situation, or some crazy ass shit like that, give me wits and awareness. Please and thank you.
Oh, I guess I should rouse wits too. Wait, no, you can only rouse one at a time, right?
You can rouse as many as you want, but you can only use one at a time.
Yeah, okay. I had already roused Dex, so I'm stuck with that.
Okay.
I'm trying to find my dice. Hold on.
I thought we could rouse whatever.
No. You can arouse as many attributes as you like, but you can only use one for the roll.
Right.
Oh,
right,
okay. So then I will rouse wits then. I do not get hungry.
For the awareness?
Which 3 successes.
Well, okay, I'm getting numbers. What'd you name, Dave?
I've got a sight specialization for awareness. Should I roll that or no?
Yeah. Okay, so I've got a 3, a 2, a 3, a 4.
Considering there's a whole fire going on, I feel like heightened senses is not the right thing to do in this situation.
I mean, it's fair. So I've got 2 3s, a 4, and I got a 2, correct?
How about... How about an 8 crit? An 8 messy crit?
Do you want to roll out of the crit, or do you want to keep it?
God, no, I'm not wasting willpower on that.
Okay. Jesus Christ. All right, here we go. As now we have 2 people under clan compulsions. This is or 2 people under clan compulsions. And I just rolled a 7. You got a harm compulsion.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna start and build upwards. So for anyone that's 3 and below, anyone that's a 3 or below, yeah, it's night. You see 2 buildings on fire. Yay! You see Malachi running out, and also you see shadows playing around, attaching themselves to people. For 6 and below, well, 6 to 4, you see everything I've just described. You also see people running off of rooftops. You're
Running
gonna see-
off or
Running off.
or
Trying to-
running along the rooftops, or like jumping off roofs.
Jumping off roofs to another roof, to another roof, to another roof.
Okay.
They're soaring, leaping.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry.
For those that are 6 to 8, you see all of what I've also said, and you also see part of one of the, well, you also hear part of the roofs caving in. You also hear some screaming. You also hear, "We got this. We got it. Call Olga. She's coming." And then you see something flying around. For the crit, I don't have to tell you who that is. It seems like somebody's watching and observing everything that's going on. Now, I'm not going to say it's Fairfox because you can't see that far up because of the smoke. But you do know that there's a gargoyle around.
I'd like to use Silence of Death and Soaring Leap to quietly go in the direction of the people who are saying to call Olga.
Okay. They are actually hopping and trying to get away.
I'll try to keep up.
Okay.
Anole sees Morgan heading off after the fleeing people. They'll motion to the others who didn't see like people fleeing, and they'll we can't really run and obfuscate, so they'll just rouse fleetness and follow after.
Okay. Mr. Deader. Also
They
known
get
as
hungry.
Diego.
Yeah. Everyone seems to at least know what they're doing without bothering to stand around too much. So Diego will simply straighten his suit and try to follow as best he can. Anole seems to have had a good idea of what's going on and where to go, so he'll follow in that direction.
Okay. And Melody.
I'm waiting to see what Malachi does.
Okay. So with Ricky turning around and doing the fire thing, Malachi is heading towards that direction too. I've got everyone else going after the perpetrators.
So Malachi and Ricky are heading for the fires.
Mm-hmm. And then you've got the 3 of them going towards the people that are perpetrating and leaving.
I am going to try, because I'm still a polar bear at this point, to pop a fire hydrant up.
Okay. And are you gonna then try to direct the
Yes.
Okie
Yes.
dokie.
What am I rolling?
Strength and athletics. No, strength and strength and either strength and athletics or strength and ball. Which one ever is the higher?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, you manage to break open the top, and you start getting the water towards where it needs to go.
As they're running, will Anole be able to send a quick text to Malachi?
Yep,
Just
absolutely. You've got fleet
chasing the
stuff.
D.
Okay. Inola is finally, in this form, chasing the D.
He's just an impressive D, so.
Ow.
Okay, so yeah.
So yeah, Malachi, considering it, yes, it's big raging open fire, but Malachi passed the frenzy check, so he's going into the fire.
Ricky will try and stop Malachi for just a second and go, let me clear away. And he will start.
Malachi will yell back, keep the way open for the return.
Oh yeah, I got you. And he will start trying to do that.
Mhm.
While you're doing that, we've got Speedy Gonzalez, we have Hop Along Frog, and then we have Diego. Because Diego's just walking. And they're going to go, hey, they're going after Jessie or what? Because we don't know if she's there or if those assholes took her. They're going to say that to Diego because he's clearly the only one just walking and being able to walk past these people.
I mean, chasing people down is very much not my thing.
What is your thing?
Planning and preparation. The exact opposite of this.
Oh, this is Chicago, my dude. You don't want to do that. Unless you're in politics. Are you in politics?
Sometimes.
Yeah, no. It's usually going in half-cocked or at least somewhat cocked and doing the thing.
Then I believe I heard Mr. Malachi say something about keeping the way open. It might be a good idea to watch their backs and what do the kids say? Cover their asses.
Oh, dude. I mean, we would have totally done that, but they came out. They handed us our asses. I don't know what the fuck they did, but it looked like fucking Ursula's Revenge in that shit. I've never wanted to not see another anime porn in my life because of holy crap.
Then I'm just going to continue follow them and see who really wants to die the most.
Great. Do you
And we'll take it from there.
Do you want to ride or something?
Probably best because I can't seem to keep up with them.
Do you know how to ride a bike?
That's probably not going to work.
Oh Jesus! Get on. Hold on, and he'll just go get his bike, rev it up. This is a total one of the warehouse workers. So he's getting his bike, revving up, just jumping back.
He'll jump and hold on.
And he's off. So while Anole is, going as fast can be, and you've got Leap Along Frog going on right now. You're coming up on the tail end of them. There's 3 of them. There's 3 individuals. And one seems to be carrying a person.
Can I soaring leap to that one and bite them? Or grapple them?
You can soaring leap and try to grapple them. Yes, you can.
Okay. I'd like to soaring leap and try to grapple the person carrying a person.
Okay.
All right. So.
And all you've got another turn and you'll be right on one of them. Diego, you're just going as fast as you can. Good job. At least you got a ride.
I got a ride and I'm holding on tight.
Yes. Probably the tightest thing you've ever rode on.
Is this a kindred that I am grappling?
Yes.
Flat 6.
Yeah, you grapple him. You go jumping on it and you just kind of grapple him, and then all you hear is a scream and somebody's trying not to fall off of a roof because somebody decided to grapple a ride.
So does Nole see that they are also carrying a person?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll give it to you. Because you are
All right.
literally one thing away from them, so yeah.
Can they stand by to catch that person if they should fall from that?
Next turn, yeah.
They're trying to keep up, but they're trying to.
Right.
Yeah.
You guys know that Malachi's going after somebody, so does somebody want to send him a text or no?
And Nole sent the message to Malachi, and then they're not going to be able to send anything else in the middle of this chase. So
Right.
Morgan has his hands full.
And Malachi, you go in, you check around, you don't see anyone. Well, you do see several dead bodies, but Jesse is not among the dead, and that's when you hear the scream. You know that scream.
It's from outside the warehouse.
Mm-hmm. Ricky's keeping the way clean.
Well, we're going to waste as little of Ricky's valuable time and fire extinguisher as possible and blink the fuck out of there.
Okay, are we telling Ricky before we blink?
We're going to tell Ricky after the blink by like popping up right next to him. I'm out.
Shit! Stop scaring me like this!
That was a fucking fire. You think I was gonna waste time?
I don't know what you waste time on. Can I piggyback ride and blink? You can blink us out.
Hop on.
Yes! And he'll totally like hop on doing the fire extinguisher around so that he doesn't get hit. Because yes. I'm gonna ride with Papa Mal.
Rolling wits, awareness, heightened senses, eyes to see if I can spot where they are from here. Oh, that was much better. I guess screaming, the sound of screaming motivated him. That was an 8 with a crit.
So when you come out, you're seeing, for some reason, you're able to see this back of a motorcycle, which is having the coat jacket of a man you just met. You're seeing somebody soaring leap upwards and crashing down on somebody, and then you see Anole trying to run as fast as Anole can because Anole and take it to corner.
it looks really weird with this.
Are
like,
the humans
fursuit
still around?
bobbling around.
Well, the humans are now going towards the other warehouse because that's where the firefighters have just started coming into.
So at blink speed, they won't see me.
Yes, they will not. And all of a sudden, Rick will go, "Hey, come on!" And he'll point to Melody.
And then Malachi blinks
So,
to the corner.
and I will make. And Melody does see both Ricky and Malachi.
Oh, I'm just gonna leave the fire hydrant the way it's going and go over there.
If and I'm going to tell you this: if you see them and Squirrel in enough time to get to Ricky, it's going to be a very quick Squirrel fastball special of blink and going.
Sure.
Because who doesn't want to ride with somebody who's going on blink? And as you're blinking, Malachi, you are going to finally catch up with Diego. Because he's quite a bit ahead of you. You will now notice that Diego is being chauffeured on a motorcycle with one of the warehouse workers.
Oh, that's gonna need a bit of editing later.
I mean, and while you guys are all getting there, we're gonna go for a break because I've just tortured these people for almost 2 hours, and I think they need to go get some adult beverages, some snacks. Someone has to make bacon to stay awake. He's up hella early in the morning. So we will be back in just a bit. Yay!
Last question. How do you guys feel about Papyrus Font?
Papyrus front.
I'm gonna go check.
Why are you the way you are?
It's Enola. What do you
Childhood.
expect? I mean, childhood trauma does come into play at times, but damn.
That's why all of us are the way we are.
I mean, oh god, I feel so called out now. Ah,
But you're not telling me that I'm wrong.
you're not wrong.
Smells like strawberry abortions. Oh God!
What does that even
What
mean?
the hell?
Sorry.
It's a strawberry abortion.
I don't want to know.
Well, when a mommy and
Drew.
a daddy love each other very much.
And they have a bender with their friend the vampire. No, that's about it. It's 3 different. I'm gonna go retch outside real quick.
I missed the yarn porn. I think I got off before the yarn porn.
I wasn't.
That's why you're a chipmunk.
I still don't understand how that works.
You're an angry chipmunk. It's fine.
Why?
Can you drop
chipmunk?
me? Because that's just a thing. It's a thing now.
I don't have nuts in my
It's-
mouth. My cheeks are not puffed out. I do not have a tail. Do I look like a gangrel?
It's because Gabe thinks you're adorable.
I could say so many things, but I think I'm just
To do our own investigations? Are we waiting on Josh? But
Well, we need to find her father and a box.
there was a bird in our woods, so
If you clip them, they will come.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, clip it.
Okay, hands up if you did not expect to have to deal with the bird talking back when we started this.
Notice the 2 people who did not raise their hand.
Scat man.
Okay, so with a
Stick around much. What do I have to roll for that anyway, Junie?
to cut bacon.
No, to call the strays in the area.
Animal King?
no, it's totally cut bacon.
Unless you have.
Dex.
I feel like that's Dex plus athletics.
No, but wouldn't that be strength plus dex because the strength to actually cut through the bacon? Because sometimes it's a bitch to get through.
It's not right.
It's just bacon.
Boy, I hope Small
No,
Bacon's
when you
not
have
watching
the
right now.
really- If you have the really good thick bacon, sometimes it can be a bitch if the knife's not sharp enough.
No, I feel like that would be strength plus melee. Oh, maybe
conversation?
Why
I
would
think
Amelia
that's
or
fucking
Charlotte
amazing.
allow dull knives into the kitchen?
Because they do damage.
If you have any points in strength or dex, I would assume that you can cut bacon.
I mean, it's very important though. Do you chop off a finger accidentally and then give the cats an extra, bite? I mean, it's very important though. Do you chop off a finger accidentally and then give the cats an extra, bite?
Not recently, thank you.
broke you.
Jonah, you've got to find a rule book and tell me what the hell I'm supposed to roll to call cats.
Are you using the proper cutting techniques? Not extending your fingers to hold the bacon?
Oh, we moved on from the bacon. Stop.
No, I'm legit fucking concerned now.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna I'm gonna take my fangs out of it. I'm gonna set it down. I'm gonna cut it in a little bits.
Okay, I think that it would be dex and melee, right?
I think Dex and Melee are Dex and Melee is probably the better choice.
There, dex and melee.
If
You
you're
answered
gonna
our own
roll
question.
that. Should you roll that though? I feel like that's taken IRL rolling to a new extreme. Like you roll a 1 and you're like, oh, there goes my hand.
You are anything but you are in the wads.
Wow.
So mages
That's
say
segregation.
apparently we are OTP.
yes, completely OTP.
A one-time password?
Yes.
Y'all unlock shit. I love it.
Not even going there. Not even going there. Venezuela or Spain? We're wanting to know what country. What country?
Stop helping!
What country is that you're representing?
You know, if you laugh this hard, your heart might stop. You need to stop immediately. Smalls, are you okay? Do you need a minute? Okay.
Is Cujo. Your job is to attack anybody outside of our coterie that comes in the warehouse without us. Can you handle that?
I don't eat pussy.
And it won't.
And he doesn't have a shade fan because
He still hasn't met one.
I tried to fucking keep it in. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't think about it until I said it.
Yes, he does eat cock.
That's right. Whip it out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the stuff. I digress.
She's gonna like keep track of that timing and pull out her phone and see if it's from Gabe. Finally, that says, "Where are you, mommy dearest? The baby wants a puppy, and daddy just can't deal with this nonsense anymore."
Shit's getting weird, yo.
Oh Lord, Artemis, it's Gabe. Can you hear me?
You're on speakerphone.
Yes, apparently.
Artemis, darling, listen. I had to cut your brother up to save him. He will be fine. I just need to put him back together. You can be pissed at me later, but right now we have to find a puppy.
You're
like
not
the
a
puppy?
Zinisi. You don't even have that capability, do you? Did you eat one?
No, but that's beside the point. Anyway, look.
What?
how did Artemis become the babysitter? What the hell?
That's the way it's always been.
You like the puppy, right? We have to go find the puppy.
You like the puppy.
The puppy's the only decent one out of you guys.
Wait a minute. You found William. You C3P'd my brother.
He
and
was
you're
already
going to Chewbacca.
He was already C3. I just PO'd.
Junie, how active is this dog?
Oh, this dog is loving it. He's just like, oh my god, she's watching me.
Legs
She's taking me
kicking.
close. I got attention. Somebody likes me now. Oh my god, you're the best person ever.
The dog's out of the tub. Heads up. Incoming.
First place.
We should actually get you used to that. We should get you stabbed more often. Like little stabs.
Yeah.
I'm learning in this game you just never trust anybody.
That's
Right? That is rule one.
That is
Especially not coterie members named Ed.
Thankfully, I'm a Frank.
Oh no, you're
Oh,
technically
really?
Edward.
I'm a
Technically,
technically
you're
an
an
Edward. Edward.
Edward.
I protected
So-
against the stupid.
You are the stupid at this point.
Yeah, you keep all the stupid inside. That's how the word works. It doesn't keep the stupid out, it keeps the stupid in.
Locked up my SARS. What more do you want from me?
all of it. Okay,
I wasn't in the box.
so give me a 50,000.
Okay, so I'm flush right now. I'm good for
So with
Probably a week or 3.
that, not wrong.
well, with the way people keep leaving the water on when they take goddamn showers. I'd have to pay for that.
I just like to smell pretty, alright?
Fucking Gabe.
Yeah, poor Tony.
So
I'll
Tony,
buy him help. It'll be a nice mestizo boy by the name of Gabriel. It'll be fine.
Wait a minute.
You can't have him. We need him.
if you can get the bacon bits, they're they're
Oh, don't put the
amazing.
dice in the oven!
No, no dice in oven.
No, they're not cookies. They are not cookies. You know, pick them up.
However, if you ever want cookies that are like dice,
No. I think we should go to a short break.
No, we're fine. We're just not baking something again. The Batmobile was bad enough.
Can we get this clipped, please?
because
Joe.
you are fine. I am not.
Space Cat, did Judy forget to give Nerdy a safe word? Yes, she did. She forgot it was pineapple.
Here we go.
Breathe. There we go.
Okay. Hi everyone, we're back.
Are we though?
I mean, not
Are we,
really.
though?
No. We're never back.
I, for one, am not a famous music composer.
You're not?
No.
No. Back, not Bach. I see how you got mixed up there.
I'm just trying to. Yeah.
And I was going to say, and I am completely prepared, ready, and able to face whatever's coming up here.
I call it sus.
Not how melody works.
No, it's not how-
Noticed.
I don't think that's how any of us work. So as Anole, as they previously already stated, will be coming around the corner to catch this person who is screaming. I believe you have the roll of 12 crit to grapple, hold on, and bite.
I had already grappled. This was
Okay.
just to bite. The grapple was last turn. They are still grappled from behind this turn. I assume, if I understand correctly, I grappled someone on the edge of a roof to keep them from jumping.
Mm-hmm.
So they're holding someone teetering on the edge of the roof, grappled from behind. Oh. Then yeah, Morgan has a harm compulsion, so he's going to be doing some harm. He's going to bite them on the back of the neck if he can. Which, with the feral weapon's fangs and the extra set of fangs from the flesh crafting and the regular bite, should total out to 6 aggravated damage. Assuming that a 12 double crit hits, it might not.
Yep, you get him. You sink your fangs into him. He yells out pretty hard. You feel him waver a bit, and then he feels, he dropped the person. Collateral damage, but you do feel 4 arms around you, and they're trying to pull you off of him.
Are these okay? Well, Morgan, with this harm compulsion, he would latch on tight and fight being pulled off.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, you need to strength and athletics, or yeah, because you can't dodge him. Your mouth is on his neck, so.
Wouldn't it be a grapple to hold on? Since I mean that's what he's not trying to keep them from doing anything
You're not gonna
else.
dodge. You're just gonna keep holding on.
Yeah.
All right, then give me that one.
Okay. So. Flat 7.
All right. You're holding on to him. At this time, Enola would be at where the person is screaming at, and I'm going to assume that Enola is going to turn around and catch them. They're going to encourage them to fall. Oh, speaking of Enola, they're there. Hello, Enola. How are you? Huh?
I said, hello, can you
Okay.
hear me?
Yeah, now we can. You have to talk.
Alright.
Yeah, so we've gotten dewritten as Morgan turning around and grappling this guy. He's bitten on him. The woman, or the person that they were holding, has slid to the edge. They're holding on, and you said you were turning to go try and catch them. You are underneath them, so what would you say to them?
The person falling, or
They're holding on for dear life on the edge of a roof.
I wouldn't really say much. Like, I would just try and use, if they're pretty far up there, I'd use traversal, try and grab them and get them somewhere safely.
All right, give me.
Rouse for traversal.
Mm-hmm.
I get hungrier.
He's like that, you know. Here.
Eat myself up and yeah, help use that to help steady them on the roof. Like, it's okay. I got you. Are you okay? I'll look to see who it is.
It's a woman, and she has this kind of blonde, strawberry blonde hair. She's dressed in kind of like this, you know, rock band kind of outfit.
Is she breathing?
Yes, she is breathing.
Okay. Because I imagine that after the exertion like that, and this cold, it would be pretty obvious if she was or wasn't.
Oh, she is breathing.
Hold on. I got you. She says to the giant eyeball. It's okay. You're fine right now. I'm not here to kidnap you. Like, what just happened?
What the fuck are you?
Look, focus. What just happened?
I got dropped.
Oh, well, yes, but how'd you get over here on this roof?
The guy that dropped me is is right up there on the roof, and apparently another guy's trying to bite him.
So not a friend up there.
No.
All right, let's
definitely foe.
All right, look, what's your name?
Jesse.
Jesse, I'm your favorite neighborhood vigilante. It's obviously a lie, but you know, who's gonna doubt them in this getup?
Right, so you wear the cone of shame and a fake fur onesie with a red eye on it. What do you call yourself? Guard dog?
You know what? I'll workshop names. Hey, why not?
I don't think that's how this works.
Anyways, let's get you somewhere safe, and we'll help you deal with the evildoers. Yeah. Let's get you somewhere safe inside.
Sure.
All right, you stay. They hope to, like, with the traversal, they hope to get them onto someplace. Is there any place open there, like a fire escape that they can get them to safely?
You can get them to the next roof, or you can get them down.
Down seems safer.
Yeah.
I see the others coming.
You know that Morgan has the one guy grappled up on the top,
and the other guy's still running, right?
The other two guys are running.
All right, shoot. Since they're still running,
Malachi should be coming up by now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Since blink is a hell of a thing.
Yeah.
All right.
I just want them to get what they were wanting to say down first before.
Yeah, they come down. They're like, stay here. There's Jesse. Just stay here. Stay quiet. Stay safe. Let them know what just happened. If they ask, don't ask too many questions. We're a weird vigilante squad.
Right.
I'm
total non-belief right here.
Yeah. Also, cover your ears. And they're going to try and draw a bead and shoot one of the people who was running.
Okay. Are you using an air game?
Yes.
Give me a roll then. While that's going on, words. Malachi has arrived.
Hungry. Never mind.
And
with Ricky on his back and Melody on his shoulder at blink speed. He stops right behind Anoli, which means he's in front of Jesse.
Squirrel topples off.
You're muted.
The squirrel toppled off.
Yes, but we can't hear Junie.
Junie, we know
Junie,
here.
you are hardware muted.
Nope.
God damn it! Is that better?
No, you're good now. You're good now.
Mother fucking Christ! Alright. I'm like, I'm not muted! I'm not muted anywhere! Junie just had to turn inner monologue up. So, Ricky's gonna grab the squirrel as she's jumping up going, hey, Melody! Fastball special? Mel! Squirrel
I think
girl.
I think Melody was distracted by
Yes.
Como say what?
parenting.
Oh yeah, as Melody's about to jump, and Ricky grabs Melody, going, "Fastball special," and he points to the one that's getting away, and he just. This is about the time that Diego arrives with his human chauffeur on a bike, as you just see Ricky throwing a squirrel. And for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 crit, you see that squirrel fly.
Do I land? That's the problem.
Are you gonna try and turn into a polar bear before you land?
Good idea. Sure, let's do the polar bear drop.
Okay, and you're gonna have to give me a dex. as
Poor Demi.
This is Giovanni is just going, the guy threw a squirrel and then turns into a polar bear mid-flight.
I just simply turn to my chauffeur and just say, "You really want to forget that?"
Oh. He just looks at the good dude and goes, I just drove you here. I saw nothing. I don't know anything that's going on. And I'm going to turn around and go back. So,
I think the implication was cloud memory.
That's fine.
I think
Somebody's got to tell the storyteller. Yeah, you're using cloud
My
memory?
apologies. Yeah,
Hmm?
absolutely.
Oh.
Why do I roll the land and snacky? That's what we're going with here.
Dex and athletics.
Please,
Guys, like, it's like, forget
Go ahead,
this.
then.
No, really, forget this. And by the way,
Oh hell no. I'm hungry.
You know-
That's a nope.
Mhm.
Where are we doing this? Willpower. Whee!
So, messy crit on that. Do I need to?
Okay, hold on a minute. Bam's trying
Oh
to
my
say
God.
something. Give me a minute.
yes.
Bam.
Sorry, I was gonna say, explaining to a mortal what a polar bear is doing mauling a person on a roof. It's a bit of a stretch, but it's doable. Explaining why someone's yeeting a squirrel that's turning into a polar bear is just a little bit more of a stretch.
Fair. So, with your cloud memory, he's just gonna go like, "Oh, great, I got you here. All right, here we go. Have fun.
Probably gonna want to leave. See ya.
Bye." And he just turns around and goes and drives back.
Messy double crit 5.
Okay, we have a messy double crit 5, and what did Enola get?
So I got a messy crit 6.
Okay, are we rolling out of the messy crits, or are we keeping messy crit?
Let's go.
How
with
do
the
I
theme
roll
today.
out of it?
You spend another willpower and try and see if you can get out of the crit.
Yep.
Yeah, as long as at least
7 messy crit actually.
Fuck.
Long as
As long as
at least one half of the crit is black die, you can spend a willpower to re-roll it.
Alright, hold on. For Enola! Oh shit.
I got out of it.
Okay.
So what you have now?
Sorry, that was a messy crit with a -2 for the called shot to the leg. Sorry.
Alright, so for messy crit, I'll give you a choice because I'm benevolent and kind. Well, that's better. You can have Masquerade Breach, or you can go with your Kinetic Compulsion.
Let's go with the masquerade breach right now because that seems the most natural given they just rescued someone.
Okay. And then Melody. So what's going to happen? Very quickly. Enola is going to get Jesse under the ground. And you're going to see headlights. As in somebody tried to follow the bike. And they just turn in. And they see Enola. While Enola takes a shot. And hits them right square in the chest. As everyone hears that large growling sound. As a squirrel has turned into a polar bear and has now landed on somebody and has done a bit of a bite.
Snacky.
and we all know, besides Diego, what is really happening with Melody right now.
Malachi is.
Go ahead.
Malachi is decidedly not thinking about what's happening on the roof. He's half put down and half dropped Ricky off his back, and is going to check on Jesse.
So now it's Diego, Jesse, and Malachi, while Noi was firing, and we have. Where we're doing it at the top of the round again, we have Morgan on the roof.
So I still have one person grappled and 2 people trying to pull me off of them.
No, you had one person grappled, and you had 4 arms of Ramon trying to pull you off of him.
Okay. Well, bite again. Hang on, honey.
He just gonna try and dodge. Because that hurt. Actually bite you. We're glad that Diego didn't bite this person.
Diego doesn't do even that bad. That's even more owie bitey than Diego.
I know, right?
Gonna burn a willpower.
It's amazing what happens when you look at the bite rules. Go, hey, this is just automatic aggravated damage. Let me see what I can do to get all the powers that let me add more damage to that.
Crit 7.
He beat you. Crit 10. So he is fighting to dodge and get out of your grasp. So you missed the bite, but you still are holding him. I'll give you a move action if you'd like.
Aw.
Sure. It's a move action. That's not a move action. That is a discipline. I need a move action.
Can I get my feet under me and soaring leap?
Again, that's a discipline.
Okay, but both of them are free to use. So, like if I recall correctly, I thought soaring leap was a move action.
If you're going to do a move action like a soaring leap, are you going to the ground?
Yeah, and I'm going to try and land with him under me to cushion my fall.
Well, he did roll a 10 crit to dodge, so I would assume...
I understand. I'm saying what the character would try to do. Right.
I will say this, is that as you turn around to use a soaring leap to get down, and you land, it's a little wobbly, but yeah, he's struggling with you, but you land, and all of a sudden, Bem, Malachi, and Jesse will see you land with this guy in your arms.
And I'm assuming I'm right in front of those headlights.
Yeah! And you've got 4 arms around you, too, trying to pull you off. Now, Anole, you fired that shot. You're in the middle of headlights, and Morgan has just joined you. What do you do?
Wait, Morgan? No, I thought Morgan was on the roof.
Morgan
He was, and then he jumped off holding his guy.
Yeah, I just said.
Okay, so what happened to the guy I shot?
That's a different one that I think Melody is currently also on top of.
No.
Okay, there were 2 guys running or 3 guys running?
Okay,
Sorry.
hold on. There's 3 guys. Morgan is holding on to one. You've just shot one, and Melody has landed on one and is doing a munchie on. So, what you're in the middle of, this is your breach from your messy. You didn't see the car. You're fully exposed. Morgan has just soaring leaped down next to you. So both of you are in the middle of the headlights, and you have just shot this guy in the middle of a chest, and you see him toppling down and rolling off the roof that he was on.
Muffled through the chute, they'll just say, and we can do really cool trick shots too! Great special effects! The worst lie ever. They're just gonna book it after the fallen guy.
Yeah.
Hey, Mal, this is Jesse. Mal.
I know.
I got it.
She's the person who contacted me. She knows.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we'll talk later. Then they go after the tumbling guy. It's like, cool. That's better. Can I all headlights now? They're just gonna bye. Thumbs up. Like cheesy thumbs up and just sidles out of the view and runs after that dude.
While you guys are going through, Melody, you have smashed onto somebody and you are now munching. How much are you taking from this guy?
At least 2 points because I was 2 points hungry.
All right. After 2 points, I mean, this guy is clearly being crushed upon by a polar bear.
Actually, shoot.
Ash.
Are we diablerizing him or just drinking him?
I'm gonna ignore that stupid dice. We're just gonna go until he stops fucking moving.
Okay, this is fine. You're not diablerizing. Great. So, after you're finished munching, you do start to see the body disintegrate. And ash out.
Whoops.
Are you going to go back to the group?
I may try to sweep that under a rug first, but yes.
Okay.
No. Sorry.
Now, Diego and Malachi.
The headlights don't belong to any of us, do they?
No, they do not.
You seem a little bit. You've got this one under control, correct?
Yeah, just give me one. What is it you want to do?
Having seen Anole just, spout off some crazy stuff and just walk away from that car.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna. Diego.
I think
she's on our side of things. You don't gotta mince words right now.
Okay. In which case, these guys seem a little bit messy and leaving a lot of loose ends around. I think I might go tidy them up.
That would be greatly appreciated. One moment. Rapid reflexes. Failing a rouse check. I'm going to split the pool to try to shoot out the headlights. Because the last thing I want people to see, to do, because I don't know who's in that car.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that's happening right now is a massive masquerade breach.
Mm-hmm.
And also, shot out headlights in the middle of the night's a great way to get the police to pull you over and slow you down if you try to get away.
But Daddy,
Exactly, Batman.
Boy, it's a really good thing. Unerring aim makes everything DC 1, because the split pool was each one only had a single success. But it was unerring aim, so 1 is all I needed.
So you have shut out both lights. You hear a door opening going, what the proverbial fuck?
Know this voice.
Forgive us for this interruption to your evening. We just wanted to have a bit of a word and smooth over any issues you might be having.
You see a man come out. He is about mid to late 60s. Almost the same kind of blonde, strawberry hair as Jesse. Thin gentleman. He's wearing a very nice suit. And he just kind of looks at them going, really?
And you are?
Her father.
We can pay for that.
Joseph Emmanuel Kelly.
All right.
You'll have to forgive me. I'm not a local. Is that supposed to mean something?
Jesse's like, one of the biggest Southside Irish crime syndicate families? Yes. That's supposed to mean something.
Yeah, he's just passing through. Don't worry about him. What is it you need?
My daughter. I have to go pay a visit to one of her favorite uncles. And she needs to explain something.
I believe I'd like to tag along with that.
I'm sorry, what? And who are you associated with?
If some information that came to me about a week ago is accurate, somebody that this uncle can't really ignore.
Which one?
The really old one.
Okay, you want to narrow that down?
Right now? Nope.
Yeah, two guesses. That's one of them. That's not the one we're going to be talking to, but I mean, I'm sure he'll be there.
Then he'll have to do. His presence there will have to do, but I'm going.
Okay, I got to answer to Ballard. You know who he is?
I know exactly who that is.
Great! Mr. I'm new here for the city and am not looking so keen on information. You know where this is?
Oh.
Let's go back to Morgan in the middle of a fight, you know.
I know, I haven't forgotten.
Yeah.
Morgan's just standing there, kind of like holding on this guy. The guy's got his arm. He's got arms from Marn around him. And Kelly's just going to go, are you going to help him?
He looks fine.
One moment. He'll switch guns. And that is a much better roll. With 8 successes, a big gout of dragon's breath comes out of the new revolver at the arms of Varaman. So everybody needs a DC 2 Fear Frenzy check.
Not Kelly.
That's Composer Resolve, right?
That is your unspent willpower plus 1/3 of your humanity.
Oh, right.
At humanity 4, that is 1 die.
Is Anoli still in range to notice that?
No, you have already gone over the guy. You realize you shot him dead. And he was recently turned, so there's no ash. It's a body. And with Melody coming back towards Anole and Melody will meet over this once alive
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So we got a 3 and a 2 and a 6. Because Melody can see it, but she's not very close. But she rolled anyhow, so I'm gonna include it. Why not?
Because Melody's not at humanity 4.
Which is funny.
Yeah,
We'll have
and
to fix that.
I rolled a 5 on that frenzy check.
Okay, so with I've got a 2, a 3, and a 2 and a 3.
Mm-hmm. That's like, and it's a big flame, but it shows up and then it goes away again, so it's just DC 2.
Hey, you passed it, Diego.
And Diego sort of flinches and straightens his tie and just sort of, for clarification, if this guy is with her, then he is also included?
He is related to her, but I think he's going to end up included due to other associates.
Well, why your
Would you
In
like...
which case...
and then what happened?
Exactly that, man. I totally believe him. Who are you? And he just looks to Diego.
For now, an observer.
Great. What are you observing?
A shit show, apparently.
I mean,
Regretful decisions.
did they get the job done?
Where I'm from, the manner in which the job is achieved is just as important.
And where are you from?
All over the place, but lately, New Orleans.
And that's not a shit show?
I certainly haven't had to deal with this of late.
Well, that's because you're not in a big city.
Oh.
Big city, big problems. Little city, you can plan.
Look, right now, the only thing I knew was she contacted me because some shit went down. I responded. I did not get a reply back. And whatever went on, myself and the people I came here with stopped her from getting... stopped her from getting taken. Also, that dragon's breath was aimed at the shadow tendrils themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So...
He's a lot weakened, and I think he's got maybe 1 health left.
Hmm.
He's very slack in your arms, Morgan.
Mackies?
No, I didn't shoot the kindred he was grappling. I shot specifically the arms.
Right.
So that doesn't affect his health.
No, he's already at 1
Oh.
left.
My understanding was that he took a lot of aggravated damage from the nom-noms.
That's fair. That is fair. Yes. Just now just now he also doesn't have arms of Armin trying to free him.
That's true.
Well, and now that the arms of Armin are not a concern, then I'm gonna pop some other arms off just to put an end to this grappling.
You go for it. And Anole and Melody, you meet together over this fallen kindred that Anole shot.
Oh shit! I didn't think I'd kill him.
Yeah, you went right through the heart.
I'm not hungry.
Well, I guess we pick him up. Shoot, freshless, huh? Oh shit! Is she making chowder?
Anoli, are you okay?
Look, it was probably part of a kidnapping thing. That's not cool, but just a kid.
So was Ricky.
Yeah, I'm trying not to create more of Ricky. But shit, this guy. Let's not leave this guy in the street. Does he have any ID on him, by the way?
No, he does not.
And I assume he's the way he hit pavement, probably not recognizable.
So what do you do with the body?
How
Take
close are we
it
to the river?
Take it, and we're gonna have to take it with us to handle
It's Chicago. How close are we to the river?
Well,
Nole's not going to take him to the river. They're going to basically look and see if there's any signs of the supernatural other than shot through the heart. They'll shoot him a couple other. They'll apologize to the dead body. Shoot him a couple other times, just not make it as apparent.
Daddy.
And trying to take him and
maybe leave him there.
Is there
No, we gotta move him. I gotta move him.
I was gonna say, is Nole's action with this body visible to the rest of us?
Yeah.
You're about 2 warehouses over, and you see Melody and Anole looking over a dead body.
They're gonna take him, and they're going to try and they're going to move the body, but to a place it'll probably be found eventually.
You see,
Isn't there one that I subdued the last one, or is there another one up?
somebody snacky them.
Oh, right. Okay.
In which case,
Does he have like a hood or something?
Okay, hold on.
Sorry.
What were you
I don't
gonna
want to
say,
shout or cause. I don't want to shout or cause a scene, but does someone want to message them and let them know to bring anything they've got back here?
I'll handle that. And Morgan will send them a message to bring it over here.
So I'll polar bear and drag the body back to.
Enola's like, let me look. I don't have his ID, but I don't want him just to become material.
I don't know what you want to do with it.
At this point, you hear a large scream, and it's as Morgan pops the man's arms out.
Ah, shit.
And you just see the body kind of just drop.
Junie, I thought that this was a kindred.
Yeah. And
okay.
He had 1 aggravated damage left. And that was from the 6, and knowing your fortitude, and as well as your strength, yeah, he's gone.
Oh, I was trying to keep him alive to figure out what he knew.
Oh.
My bad.
Yeah, no, you went...
Oh. Oops.
Yeah.
Noli's gonna look back. Remember what they saw in that room? Kind of not look at the message, take him to an alley. If he has a hood, like put it over his head, and he'll be found later probably, but just look like someone got killed in a random crime and left here. But
okay.
Very confused squirrel is gonna go crawl in Morgan's pocket.
This gentleman in front of us, what's his reaction to seeing someone made harmless?
Doesn't even bother. Doesn't faze him. He's seen this far too many times before.
Hmm.
He just
Then
he kind of leans on his cane for a minute and goes, "You done?" He looks at Morgan. "You done?"
Good evening.
Hello.
I don't believe we've been introduced. Morgan Daly.
I know who you are.
In which case...
There's no reason not to, use manners.
I'm not. I'm greeting you politely. Yes, Mr. Observer.
In which case, obviously, as I said, I'm just an observer, just passing through. So, I mean this with all due respect. Your relative, daughter...
My daughter.
Apparently, your daughter called him.
And he looks over at Malachi for a moment, and then back to Diego.
When she needed help the most, not you.
Huh.
That seems to label you as problematic.
No,
and
she messaged me first. He pulls out his phone. You assume too much, sir.
Then I assume that you couldn't get the job done?
Being that I was on the north side, and it takes about 45 minutes to an hour to get here. Do you know anything about traffic, Mr. Observer?
Well, there you see. I'm not a big city man after all.
Clearly. Sorry, I had a, shall we say, meeting with some very influential Chicagoans. Mr. Simon and Mr.
Look.
Jackson.
A whole bunch of shit just went down, and apparently we need to go talk to the heads of 2 crime lords. We need to go talk to 2 crime lords.
I would offer you a ride in my car, but apparently the lights are out.
Yeah.
You're Mr.
Didn't know who you were before I shot.
I already have another car on its way. Are you all wishing to come? I believe the... Oh my god, what the hell is that? looking at Anole. At their pet polar bear or squirrel or
Are they human?
In Morgan's pocket, hoping Kyle hasn't noticed the mess I left.
Kyle has been remarkably distracted by making sure Jesse was okay and talking to this person who's related to Jesse.
Enola is going to come back over.
And if you look in the Zoom chat, that mess has now been handled.
Yeah. Enola was just going to...
Ashes to ashes is super useful, yo.
Yeah, it is. But, yeah, no.
Anole's got to Anole.
Mm-hmm.
Is there one left where Melody had her snacky, or is that one gone?
It ashed.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I thought, it didn't have a body left?
Nobody left.
Okay. So mine was the only, that one and my one was the only fresh one?
Yep.
Okay. They were, Anoli's gonna come back like, oh, hey, hi, sir, you're still around. I assume you've been, gotten to meet these fine people here.
Not officially. Except for Mr. Daly.
Right. Hi, I'm Malachi.
Ah, you're the famous Mr. M.
I guess so. How about we get to that meeting? Because,
Yeah, I'm waiting for a car to arrive. I can't really go in with broken headlights. Do you want me to have the cops on my ass?
fair.
I mean,
But, where's the meeting at? Since Jesse's the one that they're apparently going to want to talk to, I can get a head start.
Jesse knows where it's at.
He'll...
You sure you know where Ballard Industries is?
You just said she knows.
I'm saying to you. That's where you're heading.
All right.
Okay. And it takes another couple minutes, and another limo comes around. Who would like to join?
Sure, I'll ride with you if that's all right.
Mr. Observer?
I think it should be educational. I'll come along if the invitation is open. The name is Diego Contreras.
Ah. It's nice to have a name to fit the face.
Which is Jesse going in that car as well?
No, just going with Malachi. Malachi's taking her.
Don't mind me. Well, he's gonna be on the bike, so, actually, probably, where is Ricky in all this?
Ricky is talking and helping out with the cops and the firefighters to keep everyone distracted from what's going on here.
Well,
Ricky's being a good guy.
yeah. They'll text Ricky. Thanks, Ricky. Owe you one.
My God, you do not know the shit that you owe me because holy fucking balls. Guess who's got a key? Guess who's got a key?
Blink Blanca emoji. Stay safe. Do you need backup? Question?
Ah, fuck no, I got the shit. Nola, you got it. You good. You just owe me a shit ton of boons. It's fine. ... Milkshakes later.
Okay.
Player missed the name of Jesse's dad.
Mr. Joseph Emmanuel Kelly.
Mr. Kelly. Apologies for the misunderstanding. If you'll allow me, I have an excellent car guy on staff. I can take care of that mess for you.
All right, I appreciate it.
We'll send a group text to Ricky and Penny and let them know that there's a car with the location of the car that needs to get repaired and put back into pristine condition.
Okay.
They'll text back. fancy alcoholic milkshakes. You can still have them.
Yes. Guess what
All
I
right.
can do now? Haha, drink, motherfuckers.
Enjoy it.
Yes.
Noise, basically. But yeah, they're like, Ricky's tied up, so if you are offering, I would appreciate being able to ride along.
Sure. Is there anything we can do for your outfit?
Sure. I mean, I'm told it has to go through dry cleaning, but should be fine.
How do I say this nicely? They might wonder if you are incapable of understanding how to dress properly.
Oh, I could just be quiet and hide if that's okay. Is that okay? They'll look at the others.
Okay, fine. Just please lose the cone of shame. It looks like you were a bad person and we had to cover your face up so that it was like the cone of shame.
I mean, that's why people can't tell who I am.
I can't
I
tell
don't know.
who you are. No offense.
I mean, that's the point. People can't tell who I am. It just looks like a eccentric superhero.
Sir, ma'am, whichever you prefer, you kind of look like somebody who decided to escape the second floor of a hospital.
I mean, do they usually have... I actually don't know what this is. I'm told it's like a brand name or something, some sort of artist.
Oh my god. Right. We'll have this talk in the car if you all would like to get in.
Right. They'll retract the head, dark helmet style. It's a little more tolerable that way.
Yeah, let's go in the car, please. The chauffeur comes out, opens the door. He goes in first, and whoever is joining can go in.
Okay.
Morgan will follow.
And Oli will go in as well.
Mr. Contreras, are you going in?
Most certainly.
Okay. So you guys go into a very fancy limousine. Top notch, top shelf, you name it. Bells, whistles, and all. Door closes. Car starts. You're on your way. For Malachi, you've been on the road for a little bit. It only takes more than about 10-15 minutes to get there, which is what they're going to do. And you arrive at Ballard. A very nice, very pristine area. Headquarters looks fantastic. You do see on the top floor a whole ring of lights on. And she's just like, fuck. Well, this will be fun.
I was about to say, no, it won't, but
I try and look optimistic.
I'll be here with you.
Should we wait for the others? Because coming in as a group actually kind of is good to distract people.
Yeah, we can do that.
Because I have a feeling I'm going to get slightly yelled at. No, I'm going to get yelled at. Let's just call a spade a spade. Though happily, it was not my fault. I took all the precautions, and I even executed the emergency plan to the T.
Fortunately, if the scar-faced uncle is here and I announce exactly who I am, both of your uncles apparently are gonna know will know exactly what I am as soon as I do that. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
On the plus side, it'll do a damn good job of covering your ass.
Do you want everyone else to know who you are? especially that new guy who kind of looked at me up, down, ways, and sideways. I'm almost gonna wave to him, but he kind of looked overly stern.
He can be a bit of a jerk.
Does he even
But
smile at all? Do you know how to
sometimes
smile?
he does know how to smile. He does smile sometimes.
Oh, okay. Is he part of yours or what?
Kinda same organization.
Oh. Just the creepy kind of mobster, I want to be this kind of feel?
Related to them, but not quite.
Ugh, so sorry. So you wait for another 5-7 minutes, and then the limo comes. And every one that's in the limo, you guys see Jesse and Malachi standing there waiting for you. And when the door stops, the chauffeur comes out and opens the door.
Mr. Kelly, is there a restroom that I could make use of? I'd like to freshen up for a moment before we go in.
Right out of the elevators.
Wonderful.
He kind of waits for everyone to go out first, and then he comes out, and he just points to that ring of lights that are up on the top floor of the building. That's where we're going.
Well, I just, like I said, I'll be quiet and they'll duck away like a. Excuse me for a moment. I'll be on hand.
Morgan.
Dad, where you turn on the TV?
Morgan will go to a restroom. He will straighten up his suit. He will go into a stall where he can't be observed. He will use his phone app to top up. And I assume since it's a new scene, I would need to re-rouse any fortitude. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to rouse toughness, defy bane, and gonna go ahead and rouse flesh of marble as well.
Anola is going to go off to a side area where they're unseen by themselves, top off, grab some either Morgan's app or some bags and just try and get their hunger down and then arouse unseen passage.
Gotcha.
Just let me know how they'll take and when I'll be able to rejoin the group.
When you actually turn around and duck out, Kelly just keeps walking forward, goes over to his daughter, extends his hand out to her. She does take it, and he just starts walking towards. So anytime, as the group's moving forward, you want to just move around with unseen passage, it's easy to do.
Okay, cool.
The group is going to be escorted into the building, into several elevators, depending on how you break up this team here, be brought up to the penthouse floor. That's where Morgan gets to turn around and duck into the restroom to make Melody dun, 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 come back again and do his fortitude and his feeding and all of that. And then when you're able to come back out, depending if Melody unsquirrels herself, you'll be able to go right into the group. You will not see Inole unless you're rolling for Sense Unseen.
I'll let him pocket.
Anyone else?
Morgan.
Yeah.
Morgan will walk back out of the restroom with a hand in the pocket, scritching the squirrel behind the ears, with flesh of marble up like it's normal.
Okay. Diego, Malachi, you guys doing anything before we go into this illustrious meeting?
Diego's literally holding his tongue at this point because this Mr. Kelly has a lot of comeuppance due as far as he's concerned, but it's more fun to watch it happen unexpectedly. So he sees where he indicated, and when they make off, he follows along like a good little observer he is.
Aww. Malachi, what you doing?
Malachi doesn't give two shits about how Jesse's dad is faring at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't give a shit less. Like right now, he's just thinking about how to make sure the other people that he came here with, including Jesse, get out of this alive.
You all go.
So in that vein, I have already roused Fleetness.
Okay. So you all get to the main doors, and they open, and it almost looks like this lecture hall. And at the end of the lecture hall are two men. One that happens to be, shall we say, slightly portly, large man, white hair. He's smoking a cigar right now. Expensive, beautiful suit, which I'm sure Diego would appreciate, as well as Daly. He's sitting back, kind of like behind this big ass desk. Hopefully somebody's okay with that crash. And just kind of sitting there waiting, watching you guys all come in. The man next to him, he looks not as portly, but it looks like he could stand a few pounds to lose a few pounds. His seems to be a little bit round. Again, beautiful, hand-tailored suit. Could look Italian almost. His hair, is almost, it's kind of gone, but it's all combed back nicely and neatly. He's sharing a cigar as well, though he does have a scar on his face. And he's just sitting back watching. And as you come forward, when Mr. Kelly gets to that first row, he just gives a bow. Jesse does the same. They stand up again, and Ballard will say, "Quite the entourage. What you need? What's going on?" And Mr. Kelly goes, "All protocols were in place. All protocols and the safeties were executed. Emergency disaster was observed and executed. We have a name. We tagged two of them that disappeared. And we believe it's the Northsiders, the Crowns. We have already contacted who you wished us to do, and we're waiting for her arrival shortly. These were there trying to ascertain what was going on, detain or execute those that were there, and I will leave it to them to explain." And all Kelly does is turn it back to you guys and say, "Who would like to talk?"
Malachi will step forward, considering nobody else seems to wish to.
Morgan would actually be looking at Malachi before he said anything.
Yeah.
He does this big, huge drawl from the cigar and just lets it out. "All right, speak."
Right. First things first. Is there anybody in here that's not on our side of things?
Nope.
Great. That simplifies matters some. So, Mr. Horatio Ballard, I presume.
You can, yes.
Mr. Al Capone, I also presume.
He gives a side eye to Malachi. Looks over to Horatio. You can assume.
Right. These crowns that you're hunting for?
Mm-hmm.
If they ain't Sabat, they're Sabat adjacent.
Fair.
And we were there because one of their number, Olga, is somebody that we have been tracking for our own reasons.
And those would be?
Ours.
Good, that doesn't tell me why it's in my shit. Out with it.
Well, I don't know why they care about you. Other than the fact that they're a crime organization and they probably want to not deal with the competition.
Yeah, but you're saying something, but you're not saying something.
May I?
You may.
Mr. Ballard. Don't
Mr.
believe we've
Daly.
introduced.
Oh, your family's well known. I don't have
Of
to worry
course.
about it. What you need?
Well,
We're
you
two men that
recall-
own God. Let's go with it, Mr. Daly. What's your deal?
you recall that mess about a year and a half ago with the abominations?
I remember the abominations. What about him?
Olga was involved in setting that mess up.
So you're telling me that this Olga lady has been breeding abominations?
Not lately. I believe we've killed them all.
Next thing I
And
need
so
is an
she-
army of the dead knocking at my door.
I'd certainly like to get my hands on her before she can arrange that.
What do you mean arrange it?
Well, she was involved in the last breeding program. I think it would be reckless to assume that she can't set up another. I believe that it is of utmost importance to both of us to find and eliminate her before that can happen.
And why are they in my warehouses burning them down to some very lucrative and very valuable customers? I got Ms. Valles on my fucking phone bitching about her shit being broken in, burnt, and stolen. I don't like to have that particular kindred pissed off because I'm sorry. With connections to the Russian mob, I know for a fact she'll be on my ass faster than you can blink an eye. So like I said, what aren't you telling me? And he'll look right at Malachi.
They are looking for keys to wake up an ancient.
What do you know about the ancient?
It's a shadow.
I know.
Do it really?
I said, what do you know? I was there putting her in Lake Michigan.
Pocket squeaks evil.
Yes, I agree. It's evil. What the fuck do you have in your pocket, Mr. Daly?
Squirrel. Scratches squirrel behind the ears, puts her back in the pocket.
Crawls back out of pocket, sits on shoulder, hiding, and there's no good no more.
Next, you're gonna tell me you've got a couple of spirits running around you, now, and then I gotta get a little somber around here. The fuck?
This is Capone, right?
No, that's Ballard.
Okay, never mind.
Capole's sitting there quiet. Hasn't said anything since he was
Capone's not
addressed.
surprised to see me. Well, he might be surprised to see me, but not surprised that I exist.
He's not surprised you exist. Seriously.
That is a very important distinction, yes.
Okay, who are all of you? Besides Mr. Daly, which is pretty easy to tell because Mr. Daly. Very prominent family here. We got you.
I'm Malachi Watterson. I'm a bit of a troubleshooter. People point me in the direction of trouble, and I shoot it.
Sect?
Mostly Anarch.
Oh, great. All right. You. And he points over to Diego. You.
I'm Diego Contreras. I was brought in to help educate Mr. Daly on certain niche matters.
And you've...
Uh,
Where are you from? Family. What sect are you?
I am of the Hakata, most recently from New Orleans. I am very firmly associated with the tower.
Which bloodline are you? Come on, I know you got different families.
For what it's worth, the Giovanni.
You don't hold their last name.
Not all of them do.
Most of the Giovanni I know are Giovanni.
Some are Puttanescas.
Oh! We don't talk about the Puttanescas here. No! Mm-mm. We try to stay away from them. I respect their territory. They respect theirs. We have a good business arrangement that way.
That's good to know. There are other families within the Giovanni, though, for what it's worth, if my name does come up, I am not recognized by name. It's complicated. Do you really want me to go into it?
I just asked. I don't want your life story. Notice the difference in the names. That's all I'm asking, my dude. Well, he doesn't say my dude, but he's like, that's all I asked, sir. Sorry, Ricky jumped in for a moment.
No. We need the big time crime boss to say my dude.
That's all I'm asking for, sir, because your last name's different than the Giovanni. Thought I would ask. Want to cover my bases. You know what I mean?
Well, let's just say I was around when shit went down and decided to tag along for the ride.
Hell of a ride, eh?
I've seen worse.
Fair. So with... Okay, I'm assuming she'll point to Daly, to Contreras, because we can't see an Ole. And the squirrel go, I'm assuming you're all tower.
Of course.
Squirrel just kind of goes,
Okay.
My involvement is based in a mutual interest with an ancient not waking up, plus points at Jessie. She contacted me, let me know something's wrong. Stepped in to help.
Well, I appreciate you helping my dear beloved niece out, but I need to talk tower business, so I'm gonna need you to see your way out for a minute.
Alright, mind if I take her with me?
No, she's a part of what we have to talk about.
And I ain't going anywhere.
Well, you're either leaving voluntarily, or you're going to be forced out. I don't need anarchs knowing what I'm going to say next. No offense, but you can imagine what I had to do.
Damn it, guess I'm gonna actually have to fucking do it. Alright. This doesn't leave the fucking room.
Well, maybe you should stop saying that one and come out with what you're saying that you haven't been saying. Yes, Batman.
Hold on.
I find it funny he muted and the song ended. And I'm like, God damn the timing.
All right. He looks right at Diego. Especially once once we're both back in New Orleans, this doesn't leave this fucking room.
Understood.
My name is Roderick Pratchett. I'm an Archon of the Camarilla under the auspice of Justicar Lusand.
I'll let everyone react. I have to.
Diego's like, you know, that explains an awful lot.
We're gonna have to. You're gonna have to set up a new name again.
No, not if everybody listens and it doesn't leave the room.
Or
Sure.
insists on being inconspicuous.
I mean, look, the identity is for interacting, primarily interacting with other anarchs. So as long and these people don't seem too keen on that.
Well, I hope it works out better this time.
Archon, huh? Takes another big long puff of a cigar.
Just a reminder, among his lore sheet options that have been taken is color of authority. So by announcing who he is, he's announced 4 dots of cam status.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. Balor just looks good. It's Archon, huh?
Yep.
Interesting how your position changes the moment I tell the Arnix they have to go. Name, too. I find it a little suspicious, but I'm going to go with this. Just so you want to hear what's going on. If I find out you are not who you claim to be, and you have told this information to other people, I can guarantee you can run to any corner of this world. You'll be found. Do I make myself clear?
All right. Long as you're also aware that if you give away that Malachi Watterson is Roderick Pratchett, an Archon, there won't be a rock you can't hide. It's like you'll be able to hide under far enough.
I'm not stupid nor young enough to know to expose somebody like that.
Hey.
Listen here, squeaking and squeaking, squeaking.
And he looks at it's like he looks at Capone. You too.
Capone just nods.
Come, Mommy.
He says, Jack, shit.
Okay.
He's,
Consistent.
yeah, pretty much. Fine.
Then we ain't got nothing to worry about.
I always worry. Paranoia is essential.
Well,
Stay
at
alive.
least nothing to worry about from each other as a result of this conversation.
Fine. I've heard shit from your... He'll look right at Daly. From your corner. You know Maxwell? He's already starting to make plays for the throne up here. He's trying to come back. Not just that, but he's trying to undercut most of and he looks right at Daly, our clan. And he's trying to reunite most of the Bruja. You want to see crown against crown? That's what I'm talking about. These crown that are Sabbat adjacent, guess who's doing the dirty work for Maxwell?
That tracks.
And this key, guess who's got 2 of them already?
Sovereign?
Simmer, this Olga chick.
So Morgan is going to reach into his inner pocket and dig out copies of some of those pictures that were found that he got during the whole debacle, or well, after the whole debacle where he got his eyes shot out. And he's going to pull out the one. He's going to pull out the one that had a picture of Maxwell. I believe you said that there was one with that had Maxwell and Sovereign and the dead Sabat guy, Ricky's uncle.
That was Jackson and Sovereign.
Okay.
He had a separate one with Maxwell.
He's going to pull out both of those pictures and be like, look, as near as I can tell, they're all in league. They're all Sabat adjacent. That guy in the pictures,
Let me see him.
hand them over. You can keep those. I'll make more copies.
Do you have any more copies of these?
Yeah.
Send them to me.
All right.
I already got the shadow prints on the understanding they were trying to keep everything in order.
Something that I think it's imperative for you to know. Alan Sovereign is not our clan. He's a Lasombra infiltrator.
Alan Sovereign is what?
Alan Sovereign is a Lasombra infiltrator on behalf of the Sabat. You know who's doing his dirty work? You know who's showing up to break traditions on his behalf? It's not Crowns. And when they're caught, they tell us that it is clan things. He is able to give commands to them through the Lasombra clan to get them to do things for him. He is Lasombra. You don't get to do that as a Ventru.
Sovereign snackies?
Your Do you realize what you just said?
I do.
Do you know who turned Alan Sovereign? Do you know his sire?
That assumes that it's the same Alan Sovereign. That might not be the case.
How many Alan Sovereigns do you think there are in Chicago?
Morgan.
I believe the point in question is only one would be the one that you're familiar with.
He could be a body double, a replacement.
Alan Sovereign is my child.
The real one, maybe.
So then, where are you coming up with him being a Lasombra?
As I said, witnesses who were Lasombra, who testified to the fact
that he's going about on clan business. But again, the Sombra shouldn't be his clan.
No, it should not be. It's Venture. I know for damn sure.
I'm aware that it should be. The point that we're making is the Island Sovereign that everybody sees right now ain't Alan Sovereign.
And let's look at his cigar for a moment and go, So, who wants a major boon from me?
What do you have in mind?
You give me the invitation sovereigns. Bring them to me. That means you too, Mr. Contreras.
I think that could be arranged.
Oh, I take it when you make an offer to the room, it extends to everyone in the room.
I'm just being clear that you are included in this. And you are not being excluded, being that you do not live here. I'm trying to extend my appreciation for the information you've given me to everyone here. Is that acceptable?
Oh, it's certainly acceptable.
Okay.
Bring them as sovereign snackies or whole?
With Sombra snackies?
Sovereign snackies or whole?
I'd assume that he needs to be capable of answering questions.
I mean, if his torso is intact with his head, I would consider that fine. What you do with the limbs, I don't give a shit.
For what it's worth,
Yes.
if they don't manage to succeed to bring him back intact enough to give you answers, I still might be able to get them for you.
And how would you do that?
Well, let's just say that once you've moved on from this world, you might still be found accountable in the next.
Let me guess, you're one of the ones that can talk to the dead.
It's a skill I'm developing.
How far have you developed it?
It's at this point that he somehow releases what seems to have been a held breath, something that he was holding on to for some time, and out of his mouth is expelled a very dark shadow that manifests itself into a spirit that makes itself visible.
And what is this? And how will it make him talk?
This is a wraith. This is what becomes of us when our bodies are destroyed. This, and he holds up the ring, and it's sort of the essence of the race just disappears into the ring. This is my servant. It is bound to me, serves me, and protects me. And through dealing with this, I can also deal with others. I may not be able to necessarily compel or force them to do what you want, like this one does, but you still may be afforded an opportunity to interrogate them or question them when it's too late otherwise. All I'm saying is that, dead or alive, might not be an issue.
All right. I will accept this. You bring me back either the body, the spirit wraith, so I can ask the questions. You all get a major boon. If the information helps us trying to get back on our feet again with all this bullshit that's going on, I might be willing to give 2 major boons. What say you? Don't all talk at once. I don't think I
Squirrel's
can
just
hear
nodding emphatically.
I can't hear you all.
I'm on board.
The squirrel is just nodding, apparently.
So, to get this straight, a Sabat infiltrator is passing himself off quite convincingly as a very, very well-known, reputable member of the Ventrue.
And of the tower.
And of the tower. And we're expected just to walk in, seize them, and bring them back for a major boon.
Call in help from the Fae. They're a little pissed about me being hunted.
What's your price, Mr. Contreras?
Let's just say I'll need a little bit extra incentive to stay in town.
Give me your price, Mr. Contreras.
3 boons. 1 for staying in town, 1 for completing the task, and 1 if it requires my special skills. We'll call that one pending.
2 major boons and $1 million, plus I'll pay any expenses you incur while you're in town.
I think we have a deal then.
Fine. Send your invoices to me.
Will do.
Perfect. Anyone else? Archon?
I'll let everybody else see if they got something to say. I want this conversation to be more one-on-one.
Squirrel girl, what you want?
No, you cannot get. Thank you. Let go of the dice. No. Okay.
That was So squirrel girl wants dice and a fart noise. Perfect.
One way to bless a dice.
I mean,
Boy, that's way cheaper than a major boon.
I know, right?
No, the fart noise is a major boon.
The squirrel's good with a major boon. Just 1 boon. I'm good. I'm going to have fun calling open season on. Yeah.
Yeah, look, Daly's
It's
good.
a wild hunt.
Daly doesn't really need money anyhow.
Daly doesn't really need boons anyhow.
I mean, that's just
Like-
you're swimming in them. He'll look over to Malachi. Archon.
He'll look at everybody. I'd appreciate if all of y'all stepped out. Jesse, you stay.
She's right next to her dad, and they're kind of like holding hands. She'll just nod. Mr. Kelly's not moving anywhere. His daughters are.
Diego's just basically going to look to their hosts and sort of, with permission then.
Ballard just nods.
and he walks to leave.
Morgan will give him a nod and turn and head out.
No one knows Anoli's there, so.
Mm-hmm.
Once...
I mean, Malachi assumes.
I mean, you should always assume there's at least 2 or 3 knots in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And as the 3 of them leave,
Yep.
just look at him and go,
The other thing I want, other than the bone,
what?
he points at Jesse.
She's my employee, she's not my ghoul.
I know she ain't your ghoul.
I write a paycheck.
And now I'm gonna ride it.
Which one? The warehouse or the bar?
I want her moved under my sole employ.
Are you taking her away from both those places or what?
I'm taking the bar too, but that's coming up.
Are we negotiating prices for the bar?
Oh, is the bar yours?
Yes, the management is not.
Well,
I will look for a trade.
I will work to bring in management that is more amenable to our side of things.
Who you got mine?
I've only just finished consolidating the rest of the employees.
Okay.
So that's the next step on that list.
You give me 2 managers, I'll consider it. One that knows our side, one knows the other side.
Alright.
I don't care if they're ghouls or not. Well, for our side, ghoul or kindred, either or.
Alright.
The other side,
Still. She's part of this. That's why I need her.
alright, I'll give you 2 months. Sound like a deal? I have
The
several.
bar, it's like the bar in 2 months, her now.
Damn. How about this? Make a deal on this. You keep her for the bar. I don't give a shit. And you're for the warehouse. We'll split our 50-50. I'm not ghouling her. I don't want to know your secrets. Nothing. She's a damn good person. If you can find somebody to replace her, I'll consider it. Okay, if you find somebody that is as good as her or can be trained by her within, I'll give you a month. We can do it in a week. Done now.
He'll look at Jesse.
2 knots. I know a couple people. I can have it done in about 3 days.
We got a deal.
I know 4 people that can do this job right in there, right in the warehouse alone.
Mhm.
I can do it, no problem.
Is it? And looks back at Ballard and Capone. So we're good? We're
We look at
agreed?
each other. I know. Yeah.
Excellent.
Goodbye,
And
Mr.
I'll agree-
Malachi. Before you try and negotiate me any further.
Mr. Ballard,
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Al.
Dad. I mean to cut it short, but I got a meeting to go to. And I have to explain all this shit. You have a lovely evening.
Jesse, how about we get out of here so we can start tracking them people down?
She nuts. Mr. Kelly just gives both of them a nod and heads out.
Mhm.
And after this lovely evening, that's how we're ending it.
Yep.
So, Roses and Thorns. We'll start with Morgan Daly.
Rose, this was I really liked doing the instructional role play with Bemmy. I think that was an excellent scene. Thorn, I mean, sometimes you do want to try to plan a little bit, but whenever we do, that never works out. So
Not wrong.
Yeah, no, like the ret in me was just like, yeah, no, like a plan of action is a good thing. Malachi was like, yeah, but my new ghoul. I was like,
Mr.
and Morgan's
Contreras.
just
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Morgan's just like, all right, well, the Archon says do this now, and he's demonstrated in the past that he's not afraid to just shoot me if I become a problem. So I basically, do this or get murdered.
it's true. Like, he has done
I have to think about this now. Mr. Contreras.
Yes. A couple different roses there. The most prominent one, I think, is being able to have an ego measuring contest with some underworld bosses that are really matching up to Diego. It's actually really, really fun for him because he's gotten a bit of a reputation in New Orleans, and people are backing down too easily. Coming up against these guys, it's like, ooh, a challenge. I like this.
it's people who are actually doing, saying things.
It's been a while since I've been privileged to be in this room, and I am really glad to be back again. That is very much another one. And yes, the Diego finding himself in a position where he really just wants to educate people, roughly if required, because going from the start from just a simple instruction, the repeated interruptions, and it's like, I thought you said we had some, the thorn is that very much Diego likes to know exactly where he is, what he's doing, and what he's up against. Finding himself in a situation where, all of a sudden there's a big fight going on, and it's absolutely nothing about what I do. I don't, Diego doesn't do things face to face. Diego doesn't deal with the people. He goes around, he undermines organizations, he does all this, and this is a little bit out of depth for him, but it's one of those things where you either if you can manage to keep pace, then maybe the rewards would be worth it.
Oh, absolutely. Melody.
Several roses. I get to call open hunt on a vampire.
Yeah,
That's
call a
hurting
wild hunt on a vampire.
Oh, yeah.
I got away with accidentally overeating.
Happens when people ash out.
The thorn is that I didn't realize before today that you can go to 0 and inhaler in about 15 seconds. That was...
Yeah, fastball special and a oops. Yeah.
No, that wasn't the fastball special. That was the do you need a rug.
Oh.
That caught me off guard.
Oh, that was a good one. I like that. I was like, that's pure Diego right there.
Yeah.
All right, Enole.
Rose got to have a couple of the humanity role play moments with no hostages. I think their humanity is probably still going to cause a bit of a bit of friction as some people sink and theirs maybe stays high. We'll see what happens. Slight Thorn was unfortunately a victim of my own success. Being able to hide meant I wasn't able to interact in the room without breaking that and causing trouble.
Absolutely.
Actually, I've got a question about that.
Give me a minute. Let's finish up.
Go ahead.
Mordecai.
Malachi, you got it right
Mordecai?
all the way up until the end.
Malachi. I know you change names all the time. I just want to call his name now.
So, Thorns. Well, unfortunately, three more people know his secret, but he's reasonably sure that they are people that are not going to just give that information out to anarchs.
Is it true?
So, he's not sweating needing a new identity at this moment in time.
Nope.
Upside, he has more solidified control on his ghoul, not just a random person.
That's fair.
And also, we're back, everybody.
Yeah, back and
causing more.
I've got
We're back and we're back on our bullshit.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to following up on all those spying roles I've been doing on Sovereign.
Yes, which will happen soon, next week. And I know that you wanted to say something?
Yes.
You had a question?
So, is there a reason why a Nos could not carry a pen and some 3x5s or sticky notes and drop them? Could they do that without breaking their obfuscate?
If the sticky notes and everything were in their hand already.
Well, the thing is, dropping it would
break the mask.
Basically would be interacting. No, it would be interacting with the environment.
Yeah.
Basically,
okay.
placing anything, dropping anything. In some cases, depending on the ST, sometimes even texting does that. But in this case, we're saying basically anything on you, as long as you're interacting with that. It's not walking around, climbing up things, most of the case. But if you are leaving, putting anything, because in that case, you could be like a secret bomber and just keep obfuscated and just leave bombs around.
Anytime that
there is a trick for that anyway. It's called conceal.
Yeah, and but without that, it's that would be pretty broken considering that's only a level 2 power.
I mean, I'm just gonna look around as Archon Artemis going, or Archon Josephine going, I don't know what you mean by conceal. I don't. She may or may not be armed at all times, but nobody knows. Nobody can see. Anyhow, thank you guys all for coming in. Yay, we're back, and we will all see you next Saturday. Mm-hmm. Hopefully you all have fun, and remember, if your planned chaos is planned, is it really chaos, and you're just trying to one-up us? Good night, everyone.
Good night. Don't piss off your local crime bosses.
Nor anyone else that could do anything with their bodies.